I think the Hyundai Getaway sales event is going so well. I think the Jets general manager just sold a Palisade to somebody for 2 firsts.
Diana's saying that the Jets' asking price is a third-round pick. Nobody willing to pay that right now.
For Breece Hall?
Yeah, and now there's reports that Breece Hall has informed the Jets he wants to be traded.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
okay. Exactly. At this point, kind of news.
With an hour to go.
Well, I mean, he's sitting there saying, all right, what I'm going to play out the string here while everybody else auditions for a job that I know I would have.
One dog's that way, one dog's that way.
What do you want from me? I don't blame him.
Come on out.
He's hurt his knee more times than I can count. And for him to basically say, oh, yeah, I'll stick around here. Get me out of here. And I'll tell you what, I would oblige him. Because if you want to be in New York with Aaron Glenn, then you stay. But I don't blame him in his position where he's playing for his next contract and he's been hurt so many times. Why is he playing out the string and trying to score points for a team where everybody else is trying out for future jobs in a lost season? Because he's up there on par at the running back spot when he's working it and healthy with Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner. He's done more for the Jets this year than Sauce has.
Facts.
Where else are we going here?
All right, here we go. It is Before the Growl, and M is here. Ireland will be along. He's back in town. Got in super early in the morning, I'm sure, after a Lakers win. So, M, trade deadline.
Yeah.
So far, nothing for the Rams. Now, they did make a move last week,
right.
Roger McCree, but they have not done anything yet today.
Yeah, I would not expect them to do it. So, honestly, I think they're either going to do nothing or it's going to be a major thing.
Ooh.
So it's going to be something like a Trey Hendrickson. Like, they're going to use that first for some reason.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm leaning towards unlikely for the Rams. I think they're satisfied with their team as it is, and they can pick up guys not in a trade.
Some of these prices are too high. Like Sauce Gardner went to the Colts for 2 first-round picks. 2 first-round picks is a lot.
Right. So just to break down a little bit, we'll do it more in the show. The Jets' future draft picks, as of today's trades, they have, in 2026, next season's draft, 2 first-rounders, one their own, and then one from Indy. 2 second-round picks, one their own, and one from Dallas.
Yep.
And then they have, in 2027, 3 first-round picks, their own, Dallas's, and Indianapolis.
It's like Sam Presti, OKC is running that organization, all them draft picks.
Right, and I mean, obviously with that, if you're the Jets, you set yourself up to get your next quarterback.
Yeah.
Whether it be through a trade or through you try to draft in that first round.
And
or
by the way, I'm
move up.
predicting right now that quarterback is a bust. Whoever they take is going to be a bust.
It's a likely guess if it's the Jets.
Yes, I like my odds of being right on that, but good luck to them. They have not had a great quarterback since Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, and the Saints, the Seahawks got a little better, too, for the NFC West. They got Rashid Shaheed from the Saints, who just played the Rams last weekend.
Yeah, and he's a speed guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good get.
And they already have a pretty great wide receiver room, especially with Jackson Smith and Jigba doing what he's doing.
Leading receiver in the league, yeah.
Interesting stuff. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, what's up?
Me, barely.
Barely.
Yeah.
What time did you get in?
3:05.
3:05. Is that when you got home or when you landed?
That's when I went to bed. We got home, I would say we landed at 1:50, 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Right around
All
there.
right. And then
and I'm still in shock they won that game. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
like yesterday we were talking, like, I thought they were punting that game.
Oh,
Yeah.
in fairness, they were.
The evil indication that they were going
And
to.
when they were down 9, I'm like, in the first quarter, I'm like, that's it. This is exactly what and much respect to those guys. They played really hard. Nick Smith Jr. saw an opportunity and took advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, I'll save the rest of that for the show. But you guys were talking about the trade deadline.
Yeah.
See, Sauce Gardner is the guy I thought the Rams were going to target.
2 first-rounders too high for Sauce Gardner. You don't start dealing first-rounders.
If
He's not Jalen Ramsey. He's not that guy.
Oh, sure he is.
I don't think he's
he's a
Jalen
top 5
Ramsey.
corner in the NFL.
I still don't think
He's
first-round
not
picks.
physical like Jalen Ramsey
Right.
is. Like, you couldn't put him at linebacker. You could do that with Jalen Ramsey. But, well, I mean, this will be interesting
Yeah.
because the Colts and the Rams are pretty similar.
Yeah.
They, like, you look at them and you're like, Well, not a lot of people picked him to go to the Super Bowl, but they could.
Yeah, sure.
And they played a great game against each other, too.
Yeah,
Right.
and the Rams beat him in the opener,
Colts
right?
the Colts, you were there. The Colts killed the Rams at SoFi.
No, the Rams,
Rams
beat
the Colts.
The Rams beat the Colts.
That
beat
was
the
that
Colts.
last second thing where the AD, the guy fumbled it outside the back of the end zone.
That's right. Oh,
The
yeah,
Colts
I got
beat
that
the
backwards.
Chargers.
That dum-dum, yeah.
I think
Oh, that's what
what
I'm
it
thinking.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Colts
Still
came
at
in and
SoFi.
rolled the Chargers. That's
Exactly.
what I'm thinking of.
Exactly.
I have a scenario that I want to run by you guys real quick.
Okay.
So, do you always pick your friends up from the airport, no matter what, if they're coming into town? Because my best friend, is coming to town, and I want to do the good thing of welcoming her to LA again.
Very nice.
And she wants me to pick her up from Burbank, which is very far from where I
Right.
live now, as well as she wants to do a studio tour. She hasn't done it.
There's an answer to this.
Okay,
Yeah.
what do you think?
No, Mason did this years ago. I'm stealing this from you.
Yeah.
Dave Singer, who we worked with, said he was coming to the airport and he asked Mason to pick him up. And Mace, on the spot, on the air, goes, Dave, we are not airport friends.
We're not airport friends. Exactly.
It sounds like this person is an airport friend.
Yeah.
I'm her maid of honor.
The discussion's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, she
The
was
question is, do you care if you say no, do you care if that person's mad at you? It sounds like you would here.
Yeah. I'm going to pick her up.
The fact
but
that you did not care if Singer's mad at you.
Did not
You were
care.
not going to the airport.
And we're still friends to this day.
Right.
So it worked out.
Probably
Okay.
because of that.
Yeah.
And she wants to do a studio tour. She hasn't done it yet, but I have done this specific studio tour 4 times
Which
already. Warner Brothers. So
Okay.
is it a thing? Do I say, hey, you can do this while I'm at work. You can do the studio tour by yourself, or do I suck it up and do it a
Pay
4th
for
time?
her Uber. That's what I would
Okay.
say. You go to you go see the studio tour. I've done that one. That's not that
Is
interesting.
there
a studio
anyone
tour.
else in LA that is friends with her besides you?
Her fiance's cousin. So
Okay,
maybe they
so
can do
maybe
that
they're
together.
close.
that's what you do.
Yeah.
I think you set both of them up and you take care of their costs. You
Good
say
advice.
like, hey, I feel bad. I got to work, but here, I got you
Here's
guys
the
cars.
$60 or whatever.
and here's a good place to go to dinner.
Yeah.
You know, that
Yeah.
type of thing.
All right, good advice.
They're good advice. All right, coming up next for you on the radio and on YouTube and on the app, Mason Ireland. See ya. The Verizon Skill Forward.
Support comes from Clean Power Alliance, providing 3 million residents and businesses clean electricity options. Southern California is our home. It's the air we breathe, the sky we share, the communities that connect us. Every day we have the choice to make a change. On every road, with every light we turn on, we can choose clean energy. Together, we power potential. Change is electric. Learn more at cleanpoweralliance.org/changeIsElectric.
You ever notice the harsh feeling and chlorine taste in LA water? That's why I made the switch to LifeSource Water. Their whole house water system gives clean, filtered water from every tap in my house. It's become our essential appliance we love using every day. No salt, no regular maintenance. With LifeSource, you deal directly with their local factory. No middlemen, no hassle. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. Warranty limitations apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
When it's game time, every play counts. So when it's time to choose your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. From the powerful work-ready Silverado to the family-sized Traverse and all-electric standouts like Blazer and Equinox EV, George Chevrolet has an incredible selection and a championship-caliber team ready to help you get the perfect Chevy at the best price. Visit them off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood Exit in Bellflower, or shop online at GeorgeChevy.com. That's GeorgeChevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You're standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command.
I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents
Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Nicht schuldig.
Order! Nuremberg opens only in theaters everywhere November 7th.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go! A live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Mason and Ireland on a Tuesday. So you're having a World Series letdown, you think?
A little bit of an emotional. It's like yesterday, parade. We had all those games. We had Game 7. And now I'm like, oh.
You know why
it's
I'm
like
excited?
After the Super Bowl, I get a little down.
I'm excited because Johnny I's here in the flesh.
Too.
I feel like this is my third city on the last 3 shows. I did Friday's show in Memphis. I did yesterday's show in Portland, and now I'm here today.
We got that new machine that lets you do more shows.
That thing is awesome.
Fantastic.
It is an absolute game changer.
They call it the show machine.
No,
Speaking of new machines, I was
Cradle Point. Shout out Cradle Point.
I was walking on the streets of downtown Los Angeles last night, and I kept seeing people taking photographs head on. I go, well, listen, I know I'm the guy who hated Dave Roberts and Kershaw, but I turned over a new leaf.
Yes.
They're not taking pictures of me. No, it was the robot walking on the streets of downtown. Oh, like
wait
a
minute.
full robot.
An actual walking humanoid robot?
Yes, with a hat. And I don't know who was behind it, but it was a little frightening.
Wow. And did you approach it in
it's
any way?
I walked
like
away. A Waymo for humans.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is where we're going. This is the future.
Hey, Mace, I keep seeing Waymos on the freeway now.
They're testing
really?
them. Yeah, they're testing them now.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. They don't do freeways until now.
No, they're just starting to test
would
them
you
and
get in
figure
a
them out.
driverless car going 70 miles an hour?
I wouldn't get in a driverless car, period.
I said that until Mason made me do it, and it changed my mind. One trip.
It's so cool.
It is, Chris.
Listen.
First of all, the cars are brand new. They're all Jaguars.
Jaguar.
Okay? You don't have to talk to anybody, right?
You control the temperature.
You control the temperature,
the music, all of it. You could work, like for you, if you Waymo'd back to home, you could sit and work on your computer the whole time.
Yeah, you could make crazy sound voices to play on the in the back of the Waymo.
You know what I could do in the back of the Waymo?
As he often does, Mason has dragged me into modern technology.
Welcome to the future.
I could say in the Waymo, it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Your Tuesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Especially to Nick Smith Jr.
Yes, Nick Smith Jr.
Who saw that coming?
Oh, we all saw it coming.
Did
we all talked about Nick Smith
Do you
Jr.
guys
the
know
entire
this?
day yesterday.
All right, so for people who don't know what we're talking about, the Lakers have a two-way player named Nick Smith Jr. He was a first-round draft pick 3 years ago in Charlotte, played his first 2 years and played 111 games for the Hornets. Not terrible. 10 points a game.
Sure.
The Hornets, as they often do, made a mistake and let him go.
Yeah, I think they started him 38 games last year, and now.
And so he's trying to say. I love stories like this. He's trying to save his career. So here's the thing, and I want to know if you guys were aware of. Last night, because the Lakers were extremely shorthanded in Portland, no Gabe Vincent, no Luka, no Austin Reeves. They basically had no guards. No Gabe Vincent. Their 4 best guards were out.
Yeah, it was National Load Management Night.
So, Nick Smith Jr. gets thrown into the fire. And he comes in the first half and hits a couple shots, but, he's just kind of a guy. He goes into the hallway at halftime, and Trudell's back there. And happy birthday, Mike Trudell. Trudell's birthday today.
A little general.
And Nick Smith throws up.
Yes.
Like vomits. He's that sick.
Really?
Goes out in the second half, scores 25 of his 27 points, and takes over the game.
Yeah.
Now, did he vomit because he was sick or because he was nervous?
No, he said he was sick.
Ate something bad?
But he said once I got it out of me, something clicked.
That's nice.
Hey, when you get it out of you,
yeah,
it's nice.
get it out.
You got to get that virus out.
I'll tell you, I have so much respect for that team today. They were down 9 at the end of the first quarter, and I'm like,
they could have mailed it in.
That could have been it. They could have just sailed, and instead they play. I mean, DeAndre Ayton was terrific. Nick Smith Jr., who's smaller than everybody that works here. Do you think he's about 5'11"?
No.
He's listed at 185.
Yeah, I think he's the same height as me. I'm between 6 and 6'1". He looks right at me.
I think he's listed at 5'11", though.
Yeah, but maybe he's wearing big shoes.
And
I don't
thin.
know.
He's a rail, too.
Right.
And he had a terrific night. And obviously, Rui Hachimura was king of the mid-range last night. Didn't take a lot of threes, but in the mid-range, they let him shoot.
Yeah, and, they've now had, I think it's 7 players score more than 25 points a game, and we've only played 8 games.
Yeah.
If I would have told you guys the Lakers are going to be 6-2, in those 8 games, you will have no LeBron. He will not play at all, and Luka will be out for half of them, and Austin Reeves won't play in one of them.
Yep.
And I said 6-2. You guys would have laughed me out of the room.
Mace would have said 1-7.
I might have said 1-7.
I think I said in their first 10 they start out 3-7.
Well, you were using logic.
Yeah,
you looked at
no LeBron, then not winning. But I didn't realize Austin Reeves had this in him.
Well, by the way, I'm not sure Austin Reeves plays tomorrow. This groin
now,
thing
is this
he
an
has
injury
is a
thing
real
or is
thing.
this a load management? It's a real thing.
I talked to him last night. He's not sure. He's gonna get treatment today, warm up tomorrow, and see if he could go.
And then Luka was load managed last night. He's lower leg.
Luka's gonna play.
He played 77 minutes. I heard in his last 2 games, so they gave him the night off. So he'll likely play tomorrow.
Yeah,
night.
And tomorrow night's a real game. Here comes Victor Wembanyama for one of his 2 appearances. I think he's the best player in the NBA right now. Michael says not yet. Michael would still tip it towards SGA or Jokic.
Yep.
I would argue that SGA and Jokic don't change every shot within 10 feet of the rim like Wemby does.
Yep.
But he had his worst game in Phoenix over the weekend. He only scored 9 points. He's averaging 30, and he's averaging 15 rebounds a game, second in the NBA, and he leads the league in blocks 5 a game. And if you've never seen this guy, even on TV, you got to watch. He is you're once in a generation.
He's like nothing
he's once
you've
in a
ever
lifetime.
Seen.
I've never seen a player like this. He's 7'5". They think he's still growing. He has handle. He can dribble like a guard.
Yep.
He shoots threes, and his arms are so long. You and I, what do you think? We're sitting about 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
If I was here and you tried a jump shot, he could block it. From where I am.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so he's an absolute beast, and he's coming in tomorrow night. So, but here's the weird thing about the NBA now. In so many instances, last night at the game I did in Portland.
Yep.
We think all these guys are going to play.
Yeah, it's not a fair assumption all the time.
We don't know. I mean, the NFL, everybody's going to play. Even in Major League Baseball, for the most part, you know who's going to play. The NBA is so load managed heavy right now that you don't know. Like Dylan Harper, for example, the number 2 pick in the draft, Ron Harper's son.
Mm-hmm.
Really good player, averaging 14 a game for the Spurs. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He got hurt. He's going to be out for weeks. But so we know he's out. But De'Aaron Fox is out tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Jeremy Sohan's out tomorrow night. I don't know if those guys are hurt or if they're load managed.
Let me ask you, does somebody know that? Has the decision been made on Wemby now, or will it be made tomorrow?
They won't say, because of the gambling scandal, they won't say anything until the injury report is due. But they have to be honest on the injury report. If you lie on the injury report, you're going to get a big fine. It's already happened.
Right.
And that happens in the NFL.
Yeah, that happened with Jim Harbaugh. And I didn't realize how.
Also happened with the command. No.
John Harbaugh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's who it was.
John
it was the
Harbaugh.
Ravens.
Yeah,
they
the
lied
Ravens.
about Lamar Jackson.
You know, that was a 5-point swing in the line. It was a 5-point. It was a 5-point spread.
Well, you've seen Lamar Jackson play. That's probably about
then
right.
Lamar, out of the blue, was listed as a full participant, and everybody and the line got bet down to 1. It was a 5-point swing in that line because of Lamar Jackson, which makes sense. But somebody knew that. It does open the door to all that gambling stuff that we've been talking about. But I don't know. I don't know when the league is going to get serious about load management. It's not serious right now.
All right, so let me throw an idea that Michael and I came up with. You guys tell me if it's ridiculous.
Okay, good.
All right? Yeah, I got time to do this.
Yeah.
The players' union would never allow you to take money away from a player who doesn't play.
Correct.
Like, if you could, Kawhi Leonard would be broke.
Yep.
He'd get that
he's
tree
got
money.
that aspiration money.
Yeah, that tree money, you know.
By the way, there's a twist in that story we'll get to
It's
later.
a good twist. I like it.
But what if, so we can't take money away from guys who don't play.
Right.
What if we incentivized guys who do. Now, here's my idea. It needs to get flushed out. But maybe people can call it sports graffiti. Tell me if you think it works, or tweet at us, whatever you want to do. If you are one of the All-NBA, if you've ever made an All-NBA team, okay, one of those 15 spots in any year, you qualify.
Right.
If you've ever been an All-Star, you qualify. If you've ever been in the Rising Stars game, you qualify. So this is going to be a benefit available to players that have been recognized for being really good. Once you qualify, and this money comes from the league, not from your team, and it doesn't affect the cap. If you play 60 games, if you're one of those people on the list, you get a small bonus. You play, let's say you get $1 million.
Yeah, right.
Okay. If you play 70 games, you get an extra $3 million.
Right.
And if you play 80 or more, you get an extra $5.
I think it's awesome.
Would it work?
And that money's, you're saying, coming from the league, so it's not a cap hit.
You're right.
It's not a sliver of the cap that's set aside for.
It's picture it off to the side, like a side pot in a poker game.
Okay, got it.
All right. And you set it up.
Is Chauncey Billups at the poker game? Or Chauncey
is recruiting others.
Okay.
I've got my contacts in. I can see what the cards are going to be.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So
I'm the face card. Where's
normally
the fish?
what Michael and I have always said about how you get guys to try in the All-Star game is to give them money. So would it work for this?
I think it would.
Because then
it's better than doing nothing.
Right. And that's what they're doing now.
Right.
And Chris actually said it when he walked in before we got on the air. It's a different world with Adam Silver. Adam Silver is a players commissioner.
Yep.
David Stern was, this is my effing league. You do it my way.
He would have done something, and we all would have hated him for it, and it would have been the right thing.
So why would we have hated him?
Address it.
Guys would have been playing every night. Why would you hate that?
Because somebody would be pissed off at David Stern. Everybody was always ticked off at David Stern.
Like Sedano says, everybody's mad at everything.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Him especially. He gets mad a lot.
Now, I want to take one moment.
Well, you knew when you made him get up every morning that early, Chris. You were going to pay
Ireland,
price.
I don't know if you've heard about this, but apparently at some point, Morales is going to be wearing a Dodgers G-string.
Love it.
It's already been ordered, apparently.
It's been ordered. I saw it.
Is that because of all your hatred for Dave Roberts during the season?
I think we take a timeout and then we can explain it because it's going to take a few minutes to unpack the whole thing.
Okay. In the meantime, we got a little piece of breaking news, and this is kind of sad. Jeff Passan reports San Diego Padres starter Yu Darvish will miss the entire 2026 season after undergoing surgery to repair a torn flexor tendon and internal brace in his elbow. So
that's disappointing. Darvish was here. He was a nice guy. But by the way, another example. Everybody says Dodgers ruining baseball. Well, the Padres spent $1 billion on their guys, on guys like Bogarts and Machado and Tatis and Darvish.
Yeah.
At least they made the playoffs. The Mets didn't even do that.
Yeah. We spent $1 billion on 3 Japanese dudes who are all really good.
Yes.
So you can yell at the Dodgers for spending a lot of money, but they also made the right decisions the whole way through.
Hey, 3 Japanese dudes walk into a bar.
That's a good one.
It was a good setup.
It was a good setup. All right, trade deadline in the NFL is coming up at 1:00. We'll keep up to date on that. Did we witness a fireable offense on Sunday night? And are we going to witness something absolutely shocking on the morning show involving Morales and a G-string soon? That is coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never know what you're going to get on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Like Cap going full rock star.
Well, Cappy likes Pearl Jam because he does a pretty mean Eddie Vedder impersonation.
Well, it doesn't take a lot, you know what I mean? Every time. Right.
Sports, laughs, and unexpected concerts. Only on Sedano and Cap. Weekday mornings starting at 7 on ESPN LA.
Hey, Dad, I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends December 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
John Ireland for Blue Ice, the finest potato vodka sourced from Idaho and pure Snake River Aquafire water. Find classic Blue Ice vodka or any of their unique flavors in stores or ask for it by name. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste is everything.
Don't sit on the sidelines if you've been injured in an accident. Hey, it's Travis, and at Normand Legal, Joseph S. Normand and his team are ready to go full contact for your case. They'll rush the defense, tackle the insurance companies, and drive it all the way into the end zone to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the winning team now at 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Don't fumble your future. Your recovery is their priority. Call Joe now and score a touchdown with Normand Legal.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today, and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local LA Verizon store today, and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on root metric true score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling, while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. What's the advantage? With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast, but you also get the best person for your job. It's a win-win. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Recruiting a team or looking for fresh talent, ZipRecruiter covers the field with their powerful technology and immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even line up. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets a Duralast battery.
have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Oh, then we're doing the pony?
Oh,
it's
is
a
that
little
right?
bit lighter.
Oh, God.
But this is a lighter pony.
That's a lighter pony. That's a smaller pony.
It's
you
a
got
smaller
going on
pony
there.
than the old days.
Small
Yeah,
pony
it's
in the
about 30,
studio.
40 pounds off.
Yeah. Live Imaging Tuesday.
Presented
Morales
by
is
Providence, who saved my life thanks to, and I know you're happy about that, Mace.
I am.
I
I'm relieved.
legitimately am.
See?
I am too.
That's real.
I am too.
Uh-huh.
No, super excited for him.
You would have cried at the funeral.
I would have cried at the
You would have
funeral.
teared. You would have had a tear rolling down.
Oh,
like
my
the old
dear friend
campaigns
Chris Morales? Are
with
you
the Native
kidding me?
American campaign where the tear was rolling down the cheek because
Yeah.
of litter.
You know what I would have done? I would have sent a big bouquet.
To whom?
A big, like, you know how you have those horse bouquets?
Yeah.
It was just, it would just say gutless in flowers.
We
speaking
one
of
time,
which-
we used to have a horse, Chris, a racehorse. Mason and
Yeah.
I, we got rooked. Mason and I owned 5%.
Was it Cappy that got you to invest?
No, this was before we even knew Cappy. 5% was all these handicappers we knew.
Right.
So the horse was really fast. And they said, we want you guys to 2.5% each.
Yep.
And we went, great. Horse wins its first race, blah, blah, blah. We figured out later, they sent all the bills to the two of us.
Yes.
Like, we owned 5% of the horse. They sent all the bills. But here's something good that came out of it. The horse was fast and won a few races.
Yes.
And so we got those horse wreaths that you
those-
put around the horse and they
yeah,
win.
big ones.
So this is how long ago this was. The Seattle Supersonics were in town playing the Lakers. Heavy favorites in a playoff series. We had Singer take the horse wreath. They redid it to say, beloved coach, see ya. And when the Lakers got down 3 games, or the Sonics got down 3 games to 1 to the Lakers, we had Singer deliver it at 5 o'clock in the morning
The hotel room.
at the
Really?
hotel room,
Yeah.
knocked on the door. George Carl's wife answers the door, and she's laughing so hard. She goes, you got to see this. He stayed on the phone for us for 20 minutes. He could not have been nicer.
Yeah, very,
We thought
very
Singer
cool.
was going to get arrested.
What a great bit.
Yeah,
that is a good bit.
Back in the bit days, the hardcore on
well,
the street.
it wasn't
bit
easy.
days.
Yeah, it wasn't easy to do bits back then.
Speaking of bits, so
yeah, it led right into that.
That was really good.
In a G-string.
So here's what happened.
Yeah, I was just going to ask.
So
Why,
there was a
why
lot of
G-string?
So here's the thing. Yesterday was parade day.
Yeah.
And last year, thanks to our friends at Jim Beam, by the way, making all the coverage possible all day for our Blues celebration. So last year when we did this, we didn't have a local morning show in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just me basically taking calls for hours. Bergman, Travis were on the streets.
Right.
This year was a little different because we have the Sedano and Cap morning
Yeah.
show. So we established Sedano and I were going to be back at the studio with Lindsay. Bergman, Cappy, producer Jorge were going to go out on the streets, and then you joined them too as well. Well, Sedano's not huge on taking calls, but every day we have this morning roll call at the top of the hour at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
He says it's a failed segment. So he goes into the YouTube chat with the mongrels.
Okay.
We call them the mongrels. And just talks to them on YouTube, and he will not participate in calls. It's Cappy and I do the morning roll call. It's like sports graffiti.
Right.
So I basically told him, well, guess what, homeboy? We're taking 200 calls today until noon.
Oh, yeah.
So it's morning roll call all day long. So Sedano flips the script and says, well, the only reason I'm going to be engaged is to get likes on YouTube. So he started setting threshold. Smash the like button. So at 250 likes. Oh, by the way, before this all happens, Cappy talks to Steven Hernandez from Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
Okay.
They're the home of the hardwood, and they
Yeah,
sponsor
sure.
the morning wood every morning
Yeah,
with
good.
us. I didn't say a word.
Yeah.
Steven Hernandez, who's a big Kershaw guy, says Gutless Morales has to show up to Dodger Stadium today for the celebration. He could have my one extra ticket to sit baseline right on the field and take it in.
Ooh, yeah, I saw
So
the pictures.
I said,
you were in
yes,
a great
I'm
spot.
in. So now we know I'm going to the stadium.
Yes.
Sedano says 250 likes, meaning not 250 people in it.
Right.
200. We have like 2,000 people.
You
in it.
actually have to act on
You
it.
have to hit
Yeah.
the like
Yes,
button.
yes.
Morales at 250 likes has to spend $1,000 in the team store on championship gear. So we hit that. That cost me. You see, I'm wearing team gear.
Yep.
That cost me $1,000.
Good.
Then at 500 likes, we are going to make Morales wear a Dodgers G-string, and we're going
nice.
to paint DR on one cheek, DR on one cheek, R on the other
Okay.
for Dave Roberts.
Oh, good.
We
good.
smashed that.
Dave, I'm sure, is excited about that,
So
too.
when are you doing this? When are you paying
Hold
this
on, we're
off?
not done.
No,
Okay.
there's more, John.
Then it was at 710 likes, we are going to paint Clayton Kershaw's name across his hairy chest.
Yes,
We
hairy
hit that.
chest, right? There's one more.
No, there's two more.
Two more, okay.
Then it was 1,000 likes, and Cappy or Sedano was really hitting the term hard. We are going to paint Gutless across his big fat belly.
Right,
Now,
you're
here's
big-
the
you're
thing.
a big fat
I
belly,
like it.
yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not as big and fat as it used to be.
Yeah, but you still.
I'm a curvy guy.
Yeah, you're curvy.
Then it was 1,500 likes. He's going to have to wax his back because I haven't waxed since I got out of the hospital, so it's a hairy back.
Yeah.
And we're going to paint the LA, the interlocking LA, across his back.
Wow.
I love
And-
all these bits.
Yeah,
And
these
then
are
Cap
great.
is saying now we're going to add a tramp stamp too. Nevertheless, we ended up getting 1,700 likes.
I think I don't think you should, because you were so agreeable to this, I don't think you should have to do the tramp stamp.
No, I think the tramps. I think it should be real. A real tramp
Oh, a
stamp.
real tramp
Not
stamp.
even a
tramp
temp
stamp.
like we made Lucas do.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's funny.
So I've done one challenge. I spent $1,000 at the team store yesterday.
And now you got Is it going to be all in one day? Is it going to be
I
on
don't know
multiple
yet.
days? Because you would look
figuring
great
it
in a G-string,
So,
I'm sure.
Thank you. So one of the things so I had to give all my old gear away in the morning to Berkey. That was the initial bet.
Okay.
Was if the Dodgers came back, because I said it's over after Game 5. I gave him all his stuff, and they gave it out to the homeless yesterday. All my old stuff. By the way,
wow.
some of those old sizes, you could fit like 3 homeless people. in there.
Sure.
But then I bought all new stuff.
Yeah.
But also, I'm going to get Dodger season tickets now as part of the bet. Which, by the way, I thought about the number in my
How'd
head.
you get Dodger season tickets on
I
this
haven't gotten them yet.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to get them.
You're going to get them. A package? Or
And I'm going to parlay that into Stephanie's Christmas gift. So I got this.
Oh,
But I
okay.
kind of ballparked the number. I was talking to Steven Hernandez yesterday, who has these tickets. I came up way short in my head. So
Yeah.
now I don't know. Man,
Well,
I might have to go.
and the price may go up now that
No, the
they've
price
won it.
keeps going up
Yeah.
20% a year.
Yeah.
Right.
So I might have to do like quarter season package.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. Well, that is, to me, that is like Bit Mania. That is it going to be on the YouTube hour? Are you
I
going to
think
do
we're
it in the
gonna have to
YouTube
do
only
it
hour?
Actually, a special that's just on YouTube. Is what I'm being told.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about me in a G-string.
The Shadano and Cap special.
Yeah, you don't want to just put that out there unannounced.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's true.
It should have
Maybe
a warning
behind a
label.
paywall.
Maybe. And you have teammates painting me now.
OnlyFans.
You
should do it on OnlyFans.
You could do it on OnlyFans. I wonder how many.
You could do it on Lindsay's OnlyFans.
Yeah, if you make money on this deal, I am going. Can you imagine if he ends up making money on this deal?
By the way, there's an audience out there for everything.
Of course there is.
Now, if I do it without shoes and just show my feet, I think I can make
Well, you're what they call a bear,
Wait,
right?
who are you, Rex Ryan now?
Yeah, Browse is a bear. Like in Silver Lake, he'd be very popular.
Well, Dave Singer used to have that condition, too. He used to have hair all over his back.
No, this is a different thing.
No, but when...
this is a certain build.
Build.
too.
It's
But do you
about...
remember when Singer had
In the community,
had hair
yeah.
all over his back? When the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue came out, we made Singer put on a bikini. So picture a guy with a bikini.
Yep.
And knock on famous people's doors and say happy Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Remember, he went to Jeannie Buss's house. He went to Bubba Smith's house. Bubba Smith would not stop laughing.
Yep.
Do you realize how this man is dressed?
Didn't you eventually get him an endorsement where they removed his hair?
I think we did. Yeah, laser hair removal.
Yeah.
We did it.
And Patty, his wife, has never been happier with us.
she's
But
very
a bear
pleased.
in the community, John. Yeah, Mesa's community.
Full-figured.
Is full-figured Harry Burley.
Okay.
Like, think of the old brawny man.
Okay.
And I don't mean
There's
Adam
also-
Braunstein.
You're approaching otter territory. At
Yeah,
times,
no,
too.
but he's
So
too
what's
old
an
for
otter?
Okay, too old for an otter.
Too
Oh,
old
an
for an
otter is
otter.
younger.
Younger, full-figured Harry. That's Otter. You're a bear.
Now, our new director of marketing, who's also our Kings insider, Sam Batesh, he's older now, but he would be like a twink, right? Isn't that what they called him?
He would be a twink.
Isn't that what it's
He's
called?
out of twink age, but yes.
The Parker's kind of a twink, right?
Parker is a twink.
Yeah.
Parker's a twink?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Parker's a twink.
I don't know if he knows he's a twink.
Yeah,
I don't think he knows what a
just found
twink
out
is.
now.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah, he says he
I think
knows.
it's complimentary.
Now, you're a silver fox, right?
I'm a silver fox,
All right.
absolutely.
All
And
right.
Sam's getting there.
Yeah.
Sam's trying to catch on the silver fox territory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
On that note, I'll see you guys later.
Okay, thank
All
you
right,
very
Chris.
much, Morales, for
Keep
all
your
the
clothes on, at
silliness.
least for a day.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing it all. I'm sure it will spill out onto social media, frightening people everywhere. All right, coming up next for you, John, the USC Trojans apparently won, but I was watching Game 7 of the World Series, so I did not see any of it. I've read about it, but didn't see any of it.
I flipped back and forth a little bit, caught some of the second half. Morales was just saying Dylan Raiola went out, and that's why they won. Not really. Their offense is what bailed them out. We'll talk to Ryan Abraham about it coming up.
Yep. All right. We'll do some USC football coming up next with Ryan Abraham. Also, we'll keep you up to date on the trade deadline. The deadline is 34 minutes away, NFL trade deadline. Mesa and Ireland, ESPN.
This Veterans Day, let's celebrate those who serve and those who keep moving forward with National University, official higher education sponsor of the Lakers. Founded by veterans, NU is a nonprofit and one of the nation's top educators of the U.S. military. As a proud yellow ribbon school, National University accepts post-9/11 GI Bill and offers dedicated veteran service support to help you balance work, family, and school. And the flexibility is built in. This is the best part about National. You can do monthly classes, year-round enrollment, 4- and 8-week courses. You can take online or on campus. You can even get credit for prior coursework, certificates, and career experience. That helps you finish your degree faster. They have over 150 programs from associate to doctorate degrees, plus credentials and certificates, all designed to help you move your career forward. NU proudly offers tuition scholarships for veterans, their spouses, and their dependents. This Veterans Day, invest in your future with National University. Learn more on their website, nu.edu. That's nu.edu, National University.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis, where Super Bowl champions tell real football stories. And sometimes they involve running for your life.
When I was doing Good Morning Football, well, I did one with Deion Dawkins.
Okay.
And he came in and he had like some braids and he was dressed colorfully and he walked in and I started messing with him a little bit. Like, I think I can beat you. I think I can whoop your ass. You know, I'm just messing with him.
Yeah.
So he's starting to get upset. I'm thinking we're kidding around. So then it goes in our ear, let's take this outside. So we do. There's a field back there. And I'm looking at this dude, I'm like, you know we're kidding, right?
Yeah.
And he's lining up, spitting, blowing snot rockets, digging in. So right when they said hike, I just took off running like, stunt,
Perfect.
stunt, and he chased me
Catch all the fun, the sports, and the stories you can't make up.
He chased me. Oh, my God. I didn't want to get hit.
It's Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis. Weekdays 3 to 6 on ESPN LA.
What's going on? It's Bethel Duran, and I love rolling around in my Toyota. Tacoma, to be exact. And right now, if you're in the 818, go check out the All-Stars at Northridge Toyota. In the 626, it's all about Wondries Toyota. Lease a brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $164 a month or 36 months plus tax. Northridge Toyota or Wondries Toyota. Serving all of SoCal sports fans, they make it easy.
Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, and dealer options and changes. $59.99 cash or trade equity down. Expires 11/30/25.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night. Okay, Kirk. I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the USC Trojans go on the road and beat Nebraska on Saturday night. Now, I would love to tell you I hung on every play, but I was watching Game 7 of the World Series. But here to fill us in on the whole thing is Ryan Abraham, USCFootball.com. Ryan, were you splitting time between football and the World Series, or were you locked into that game?
No, I had the iPad up next to my seat in the press box. So I was watching the World Series there, and a lot of USC media were there, so a lot of LA people talking about it. And then post-game interviews was when the game went in extra innings. So we're doing our work after the game, but watching the World Series, it went on forever. But it was really exciting, and having a lot of LA people in Lincoln was kind of fun to watch it with them too.
Ryan, I was flipping back and forth. I was primarily watching a Dodger game. I probably saw maybe half of the SC Nebraska game. Morales was just in here and he said, well, USC would have lost if Dylan Raiola didn't get hurt. That's not the way I saw it. Again, I wasn't paying full attention, but I thought it was the SC offense that kind of picked up the team in the second half. Most of their scoring happened in the second half. What do you think of that premise, that if Raiola would have stayed in the game, that Nebraska would have won? You agree or disagree with that?
A lot of USC fans were saying that too, John. But I think it was more just USC kind of figuring things out on the offensive side. Now, Raiola, he was 10 of 15 for 91 yards. I mean, he was kind of a dump-off king there. They weren't letting him drop back and pass. It was more of these quick back shoulder throws down the sideline or just dumping it off into the flat, because they've given up so many sacks. And the one time he got sacked, he ended up fumbling. USC got the ball, and he got hurt. So I think if USC was putting pressure on Nebraska's offense by scoring, which what USC did, I think it would have put Raiola in a little bit different situation. So Latif wasn't very good. It was hard. He had 7 passes for 7 yards. But I would say it was a situation
that's
that
hard to do.
I think USC figured it out in the second half.
We're talking to Ryan Abraham. Ryan, I was thinking when watching the King Miller run the ball, he came into this, I think, 3rd or 4th on the depth chart. But he's been so good that now I think you almost have to give him carries, don't you, even when those other guys come back healthy?
He got his first touchdown, I think it was the first or second game, John, and he was the first walk-on to score in like 30 years for USC, so like from the 90s. But he's looked great. His first ever start was at Notre Dame, and it was tough. USC didn't block very well, and it's been a makeshift offensive line. They've had a different lineup every week, and he just runs really hard. Brian Jackson, we like him a lot. He's a bigger back, but King Miller just hits the holes quicker. He just has a sense for, I think he has really good vision, has a sense for what's going on. And he didn't have a run over 16 yards in the game and still ran for 129 on 18 attempts. So he just got a lot of chunk plays where it wasn't like some 50-yarder that screws up your average, or adds to your average.
Yeah.
He just ran really well.
Now,
so, yeah, they're going to have to get him carries no matter what.
If I'm not mistaken, Eli Sanders is gone for the year. What's the story on Wayman Jordan? Because right now King Miller is obviously the guy. Is Wayman Jordan going to come back at some point?
That was the plan. It was like the tightrope surgery. It was like 4 to 6 week situation. And I think the Oregon game in a couple weeks was one of the targets. And we haven't got a real update on him. They're not going to see Sanders back, unfortunately for him. But there's a good chance they get Wayman Jordan back. And I think the way Wayman Jordan ran, similar to what King Miller is doing out there. And Brian Jackson I like a lot. He just hasn't been as effective as a runner. So if they could get someone like Wayman Jordan and King Miller, for the Oregon game, I think it would be very helpful. But that's kind of the plan from the last I heard, Mace, was maybe the Oregon game, and if not, one of the games after that.
So I could do play-by-play of the Dodger game, which is what I was watching, but I look at the box score now, and I'm like, wow, we passed bad. What was going on with the passing game Saturday night in Lincoln?
It was definitely the worst passing performance we've seen from Jade Mayava and maybe anyone at USC for the past, maybe when Lincoln Riley's been there. It was tough. I think they dropped guys back into coverage, and they played a lot of man coverage. It wasn't necessarily zone stuff. And even when USC ran that flea flicker, which they ran really well, Jaden Richardson was still covered down the field. He had to make a contested catch. So I thought Nebraska's pass coverage was really good. They got Sierra Wright, who was a USC Trojan before, and he did a really nice job on Lemon, Mekhi Lemon, but no one had more than 2 catches for USC. So it's one of those things that it was definitely a clunker for Mayava. He just didn't seem as accurate, but he was put in more pressure situations, not necessarily pressure from the pass rush, but just trying to find a guy open. But he did take off and run a bunch. He had 11 carries for 62 yards. That's a career high for him, and he didn't run the ball at all against Notre Dame. So that was a weird one, but we'll see if he can kind of get it back Friday, when they're playing the Coliseum again. But it was the roughest passing game, maybe from what we've seen from any teams on Lincoln Riley since he's been at USC.
Brian, you mentioned Friday, Northwestern. I said to Mace, I think this is a trap game for USC. I think they got to be really careful. Northwestern's not great, but they're not bad either. It's a short week. They just got back from Lincoln. This feels like a dangerous...
Plus the Friday night thing.
Yeah, this feels like a dangerous game to me. Am I worried about nothing, or do you agree?
No, I agree. I mean, I think, Lincoln Riley mentioned it after the game. They were going to get home, Sunday morning, and they're going to play, Friday night. And it was a bye week for Northwestern, who, they've won some games. They look good. And they beat UCLA before UCLA kind of got on that little run there, and it's similar, like the way Northwestern's been playing. They were probably the worst team in the conference last year, and to have 5 wins already, and a winning record, and getting some conference wins, it's a big deal. So I think coming off a bye, short week, all that, it could completely be a trap game. Now USC didn't play very well at Nebraska and got the wins. One of those times, like they played really well against Michigan and sort of backed it off the next week against Notre Dame. I don't think you can back off after playing poorly in a lot of aspects of the game and still getting a win. So
right.
USC should be ready for it, but it could definitely be a trap game.
So Emily laughs at me. She scoffs. She smirks when I say this team could run the table and get to the college football playoff.
What is wrong with you?
First college football playoff. What do you mean, what's wrong with me?
They're not running the table.
I think it's complete. You just said Northwestern favorite. Iowa the next week at home.
What do you do about at Oregon?
At Oregon is the game. If you steal that game, I think you go to the playoff.
Ryan,
I said
you agree with that?
No, I think it's possible for sure. I don't think it's probable. I mean, beating Iowa is not going to be easy. We're going to see what happens when Oregon goes to Iowa. But Oregon hasn't, Indiana went there and handled business.
Penn State and damn near beat them up there.
Yeah, Penn State's not that good. Now, when you think a team is good, I get it. Like, it's not like when the team's number 4 in the country or whatever, and you lose, you win barely, and you find out they're not that good. It's still, you think they're good. It's a whiteout and all that stuff. But Oregon just might not be quite as good this year. So if USC plays their A game and they got that offense, I think they have a chance. I don't think it's probable, but if they win out, and it's it's certainly something that's possible if they start playing better. They would go to the college football playoff, but they could lose to Iowa. They could lose they could lose this weekend. So it could be a situation where they're 7-5, 8-4, or 10-2. I think there's all those possibilities around the table.
At the beginning of the year, I said 9-3 with losses at Illinois, at Notre Dame, and at Oregon. They've got to steal the Oregon game and take care of business in other games that they're going to be favored in. I still see a route to the college football playoff. And by the way, the first playoff rankings come out tonight. I would imagine USC is probably about number 20 or so.
Yeah, I was going to say in the 20s, Ryan, you agree?
Yeah, I think so. And that's, I think, what's the important part. You want to be part of the discussion when November rolls around. That hasn't been the case the last couple of years. At least they're in the discussion now. It's alive. Like, yeah, you got to go win at Oregon to make the playoffs, but they haven't been in that position before. So it's still on the table, just, not as likely, like you said, John.
All right. Hey, Ryan, thank you very much. I would say I'll see you, maybe I'll see you Friday night at the Northwestern game. Friday night.
You're debating? You're still in a World Series hangover?
Yeah, I'm in a World Series hangover. But those Friday night games suck. I cannot stand them. Do we have a time yet for the Iowa game or not yet?
It's 12:30, yeah.
So perfect. All right, I love that. Okay. Cool. Ryan, thank you very much for coming on. Appreciate it, man.
My pleasure, guys. Thanks.
Ryan Abraham, USCFootball.com. YouTube TV customers, get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back. We are 20 minutes away from the NFL trade deadline.
Ta-da.
We'll let you know everything that comes down. If any, there's already been stuff. We'll get some of that in here, but we'll see if anything big happens down the wire. And we're going to do some icebreakers coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you are hiring, you've probably heard, it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. 11 weeks? Who's got 11 weeks? If you're listening today, I got great news. You can use ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter uses matching technology, or as Ian Siegel, the guy who invented it, says, they don't leave anything to chance. They help you find quality candidates fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So quit messing around and use ZipRecruiter. You can go to that website to use it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Mornings with Sedano and Cap, the most unpredictable ride in LA radio.
Well, what is your costume that you're dressing up with Rachel as, Cappy?
Well, that is to be determined.
You like a plug in a socket?
Cappy doesn't mind a plug in a socket.
I was going to ask you, Greg, if you and Mean Gene go as a plug in a socket, who's who?
That's a good question. It really depends on the night, Cappy.
The morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and streaming live on YouTube.
When it's game time, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. From the powerful Silverado to the all-electric Blazer EV, their championship-caliber team is ready to help you get the perfect Chevy at the best price. Visit George Chevrolet in Bellflower or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Welcome to the sweet life. Big nights deserve big views. From Lakers and Kings games to the hottest concerts. Reserve your own private suite at Crypto.com Arena for a premium experience you'll never forget. Reserve your suite now at CryptoArenaSuites.com.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy shots are bringing the flavor and the energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana, is giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for you. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce coffee, but zero sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in-store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
You're standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command.
I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial. Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Yes, schuldig. Order! Nuremberg opens only in theaters everywhere November 7th.
Listen to Mason and Ireland, weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
And it is Mason and Ireland on ESPN LA. It's time for Icebreakers. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka, the finest vodka sourced from Idaho potatoes. Get it? Idaho, Johnny I, the Idaho compound. Enjoy Blue Ice Classic Vodka or their unique flavors like Huckleberry and Double Espresso. Find Blue Ice in stores and ask for them by name. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
Before I get to Icebreakers, USC women's basketball is back. The Trojans tip off their season tonight at home against New Mexico State. Catch all the action starting at 7 p.m. on ESPN LA 710 a.m. or on the all-new ESPN LA app. Just tap the USC women's basketball tile. Only with ESPN LA, the home for all USC women's basketball games. Fight on. I think they're going to have a great season.
No Juju, right?
No Juju for this season. She's out for the entire season. Their team is still very capable.
And for people who don't know what I'm talking about, Juju Watkins, their best player, might be the best player in the country.
Yes.
They think she's the next Paige Beckers, the next Caitlin Clark. Last year, she was unbelievable until she blew out her knee.
Yeah, she blew out her knee in the tournament, and so full year of recoup, and so she's scratching this year. So here is my icebreakers. By the way, here is the standings. John is at -15 because he won last month by 15.
Right.
And then Brian got yesterday with 7, and then Macy has 0.
I should have got yesterday.
Cohen, you're going to blow a 22-point lead to me this month?
I better not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually, Ireland is so good at this, there's a point spread, and he's a heavy favorite.
Well, I mean, Brian, if you won,
maybe not with the 15 points. Well, now I'm minus 22.
Right.
Yeah.
Double-digit point spread.
What do we got, Em?
Yeah.
For 10 points, I was born in 1988.
Okay.
For 9 points, I was the executive producer of an award-winning short film. Oscar award-winning short film.
Okay.
For 8 points, I have been a member of 4 Olympic basketball teams. Ready for me to move on?
I'll take a shot.
Okay. This is for 8 points.
Kevin Durant.
It is correct. It is Kevin Durant.
What was his short film that he won for?
It was in 2021. He won an Oscar for I lost the name of it now. But
But
he won it on a
It was
short
definitely
film. Wow.
not for Thunderstruck, the movie he was in that I saw that was among the worst movies ever produced.
so you won that one, John. Congratulations.
Way to go, John.
Thank you. Icebreakers sponsors. It's sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, crafted in the heart of Idaho from potatoes, distilled for clarity, filtered for perfection. Blue Ice isn't just vodka. It's a statement. I had a bottle of Blue Ice in my hand from the 7th inning on.
Nice,
I was drinking straight out of the bottle.
Good
if you know
for
what
you.
I mean.
That's what it took. Whatever it takes. All right, so NFL trade deadline is coming down right now. We're about 12 minutes away. So far, Sauce Gardner was traded to the Colts from the Jets in a blockbuster that included 2 first-round draft picks. Jacksonville acquired Jacoby Myers from the Raiders. Let's see.
That's not a bad pickup for the Jets.
No, pretty good. Pretty good. Quinnen Williams of the Jets. He was traded to the Cowboys.
Good player.
Let me see what. Oh, and the Seahawks, already a really good wide receiving core. They got
Rashid Shaheed.
How many times did I screw up that name? You even explained it to me. I screwed it up.
Yeah, it's okay. It's Rashid Shaheed.
Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, it almost sounds like a Dr. Seuss rhyme.
Yes. So he has got traded, and the Rams have done nothing. They did make a move last week.
Yes.
Roger McCreary, the cornerback from Tennessee. So far, all quiet. Your intel, Em.
I think that they're going to stand pat. I think they're going.
You're talking about the Rams?
Yeah. The biggest need that they have is their special teams unit, which they don't need to get a trade for. They can pick somebody up off the market. I assume that they're going to be coming in and trying out kickers this
I got to
week.
say, this is if they do not get a new kicker, we are screwed.
I like Josh Carty. He's just too inconsistent.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the missed field goal he had was
Some of the worst
shanked as
shanks I've ever
badly
seen.
I've ever seen. And part of it, Em, is too the line is still collapsing.
Yes.
On that operation.
The other team gets a chance at almost every kick, and they know they have a chance at almost every kick. It's as if they have a huge hole on the same side every time. I do want to add this, too, that Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown has not been and will not be traded by this trade deadline, so he'll finish out the season at least with the Eagles. But, yeah, the Rams have had a problem since Matt Gay left.
Yeah.
So they had basically 2 bad kickers in 2023. Carty was okay last year.
Yeah,
he
he's
did get
okay.
a little iffy at times last year.
Well, a lot of kickers are struggling. Brandon McManus is really struggling in Denver. It's weird that when they move the extra point back to make it a 30-plus yard field goal, basically, I think a lot of kickers got humanized.
Yeah, I don't even know. Do you know any free agent kickers that are out there?
What's happening is a lot of times guys will be brought in when somebody gets hurt, and then when like Harrison Butker got hurt this year, and the Chiefs brought in a guy, and now that guy's available, I assume.
Right.
There have been some
guys like
Graham Gano got hurt, and the Giants brought in somebody.
Younghoe Koo.
He was. Oh, Younghoe Koo is available.
I think he's still with the Giants.
Graham Gano kicked over the weekend. Are they keeping 2 kickers?
He might be. I just looked him up just now, and it showed up as the Giants, but I could look again.
Looks like Michael Badgley.
Yeah, he's kicking for the Colts, right? He's another guy that's a temp. He's the old Charger kicker, right, Brian?
Don't be too happy.
Well, have you seen Josh Carty? I'm going to be happy with anything. I don't feel good about extra points.
This isn't even just kickers. It's not just the kicker's ability to get the ball and through the uprights. It's the entire operation.
Yeah.
The long snapper, the holder, the line, everything is rotten. And that goes back to Chase Blackburn.
Yes,
so
it does.
Sean McVay did come to his defense, say that he, is happy with the work that he's done. But I think, John, back to your point, why there are so many missed kicks and kickers are struggling. I do think that coaches are finding the margins to make a difference on special teams.
Right.
They're actually putting a lot of effort
Well,
and
like we
thought
all
into
do when
doing
we
this.
draft fantasy. I was guilty of that this year. I drafted this kicker from Jacksonville who has a big leg, Cam Little. And
he kicked one from 63.
70.
Set the new record.
Yeah,
68.
70 in preseason, so I
Yeah.
thought he'd be great. 3 weeks in a row, he got me 1 point, so I cut him. And then, of course, this week he
Here's
went
what
off.
McVay said, and I don't know that he's got a choice. McVay says of Josh Carty, I hold true to the belief and confidence, but we're evaluating all parts to go along with this operation. He says he's impressed and pleased by the special teams coordinator, Chase Blackburn, who's done the work to get through problems. He indicated that there would be unspecified decisions and corresponding moves in the next few days. Okay, so he indicated there would be unspecified decisions and corresponding moves.
Wouldn't
in the
be
next few
surprised if
days.
they made a change at kicker.
Yeah, you can't. If you don't have a kicker who can kick a 50-yard field goal, forget it. You don't got a
And
chance
you see
in
them
this
get
league.
more aggressive too within the 20 that they're going for it. They've been on They've been on 4th and 1, I think, in the last game. They've been within the 20, and they're just going for it every time because they don't even know if you can kick it from the 1 for all they know.
All right, let me squeeze this in before we get to sports graffiti. Brian, you have a dog, Copper. I have a dog, Murphy.
I have Ron and Veronica.
Ron and Veronica. Em, you don't have a dog now, but did you have one growing up?
My family has a dog now. I've always had a dog.
Okay. So did you guys see this story that Tom Brady
yes.
admitted that his current dog, Junie, is a clone of his late dog, Lua, who died in December of 2023. The dogs were cloned by Colossal Biosciences, a biotech company that Brady is an investor in, using blood collected prior to Lua's death. So here's the question. Em, you go first. Would you ever clone your dog?
No, it's a science fiction movie. No.
Brian?
This one's tough, but I would go with no as well.
Mace?
I've had a bunch of dogs. They all have unique and different personalities and looks, and I would never want to, none of them are replaceable. Like Sophie is not replaceable. Just cloning her is not enough. It's not Sophie.
Okay, this is a good example of the phrase "a bridge too far."
Yeah.
Okay, it's too weird.
Yep.
It's too weird. Just go get another dog.
Just get a new dog.
Is this the same dog he said he kicked or whatever? Remember when he was on the broadcast
that's right.
and he said, "Oh, it's like kicking the dog."
Yeah, and everybody got mad at him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's like kicking the dog. Yeah, no, this is Lua. His dog Lua is now back. And did they just give the dog the same name? Is it like Lua too?
No,
they changed it.
No, the old one was June. No, the new one is Junie,
who
is a clone of
Lua. Yeah. So here's a weird. I'll tell you a weird story. I don't think anybody over there's listened. So my old condo place. We had a dog. We had Sophie. She was our dog. And
is this when you lived at the beach in the closet?
Exactly,
okay.
In the closet at the beach. So my neighbor, Pam, got a dog. And she said, "Do you mind if I name my dog Sophie too? Because she just looks like a Sophie." So we ended up with two dogs named Sophie and Sophie
I'm surprised
too.
you didn't say, "Yeah, I would mind."
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? She said this dog is only a Sophie. She looked at it. This has to be a Sophie. So we, to this day, call her Sophie 2. We had Sophie and Sophie 2. Weird. Come up with a different name.
A lot of those times it's like, yeah, what do you say in that situation? You can't say no.
Yeah, I can't say no.
It's
sure
like,
you could.
Okay, so I'll give you this scenario. I'm going to anonymize it as much as possible.
Okay.
Someone close to me got engaged on a cruise.
Okay.
But the cruise was not just a cruise between her and her now fiance. It was a cruise of her best friend's bachelorette party.
And they got engaged during the best friend's bachelorette party.
Yes.
Yeah, stole their
and
thunder.
apparently he had asked the bride if it was okay, the guy who was going to propose. Bride said yes. But what are you going to say in that situation?
No? You could say no.
Yeah, you could say
one
no.
of my favorite stories of all time is we used to have this really obnoxious sales guy. And one time we were all flying to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
The like all the on-air personalities, the sailors, one of those Laker things in Vegas.
Yep.
And we're on a Southwest flight.
Back when they didn't have reserved seating.
I'm at the window. Mason's in the aisle. Middle seat's open. And Mace sees this guy get on the plane. He goes, "Oh, God, here he comes." And I start laughing. I go, "He's going to want to sit here." Because this guy never shut up. And so he walks down the aisle, gets to us, and he goes, "Only middle seats available, guys. Do you mind?" And Mason goes, without missing a beat, goes, "Yes, I mind. The seat is taken." And the guy goes, "By who?" And there's a woman who we did not know standing behind him getting on the plane. And Mace goes, "By her." And she goes, "Wow, thanks." And that guy just sheepishly walked to the back of the plane.
Yeah, that was...
What we didn't know was that the woman who runs the ticketing at the Lakers was on that plane. We didn't know her back then. But she was 2 rows in front of us. And so years later, I go to work for the Lakers. And I'm talking to her about something. And she goes, "I got to tell you, you are a lot different than I thought you were." And I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "I was on this plane to Vegas, and I saw you guys just crush somebody. I just thought you were an a-hole." And we started laughing. And rather than say, "Well, I just totally told her," I go, "In that case, we needed to be."
Yeah, no, we had no choice. We had no choice.
But your friend could have gone, "Yeah, it's my bachelorette party. Don't do it."
Right.
And you could have said, "It kind of would bug me. Sophie always answers to Sophie. I don't want 2 dogs running up to me." It's just, do you have the guts like Mace did that day?
Yep.
To have an uncomfortable confrontation?
Right.
Yeah. I'll tell a story that's not anonymized. You called it anonymization. So I'm at this wedding. my friend Elise, my best friend at the time. She's wonderful.
What up, Elise?
What up, Elise? So, by the way, what's weird is she started in L.A., I started in Ohio. Now she lives in Ohio, and I live in L.A. So we're at her wedding, and there was an actress there, well-known actress. Her name was Victoria Vincible.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that anonymized?
That's anonymized.
Okay.
And at the point where the priest or the minister said, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, all that stuff? Victoria Principal says, if you don't, I will, really loud. And I'm telling you, that was the end of a friendship. That was it. There was because she stole the shine at the exact moment that she was going to say, I do.
Didn't think about that.
Don't steal shine from women during their time, their marriage, their proposal, all that stuff.
Or from the groom.
Oh, the groom doesn't care.
No, the groom really
just wants to get through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be sports graffiti coming up next.
Yes.
If we can talk about sports and sports graffiti.
Yes,
but
we will.
If you want to share a story similar to the ones that we listed where like you didn't want to say no or you did say no, I'd love to hear these stories as well,
Okay,
as in addition to sports.
All right, and don't forget Lakers win last night. That's another one that we can talk about.
Really good win.
We're coming down.
My favorite win of the year.
We're coming down from the Dodger Parade High.
John's load management idea.
Yeah, load management concept. Pay guys more, the more they play, all that kind of stuff. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. Your call's next in Sports Graffiti. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
The DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on 710.
Yasiel Puig is joining us here. What do you think of Ohtani Mania? What do you think of him as a player?
I don't know. He's coming from this planet, you know?
Yeah.
He's so amazing. Everybody can hit 2-3 home run for us. Pitching and later go there and hitting home runs and running and stealing base 50-50 and striking out like 100 and 200 people. That's amazing.
Is it the whole thing, or if you took him as a hitter, that would impress you? Or if you just took him as a pitcher, that would impress you? Or is it just the whole thing?
All himself. Only you look at him and he's just impressing you. He's 6'something, so cute, so beautiful.
Right. I'm with you, right? Yes.
He's so perfect.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis. Weekdays at 3 on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Your LA Rams are coming off another big win against the New Orleans Saints, and they return to the Rams house on Sunday, November 16th to host division rival Seattle. Come see Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Jared Verse, and the Rams battle Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith-Njigba, and the Seahawks. To experience this rivalry matchup live, visit therams.com/SEA. Therams.com/SEA to watch the Rams battle the Seahawks on Sunday, November 16th at 1:05 p.m. We'll see you at the Rams house.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all of that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Are you downsizing or inheriting a home? Want to cash in on your equity? Call Sellers Advantage. They buy homes as is with no costly repairs, agents, or commissions. Get a competitive cash offer and close in days or on your timeline. Sellers Advantage has over 20 years of experience and even offers a $20,000 advance for moving expenses. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your no-obligation offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland.
All right, here we go to Sports Graffiti time. We never know whose phone is going to work. Why don't we try mine first?
Go for it.
Let's go to Don in San Dimas. Don, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. Good day to you. I just want to say, Mace, I called you last week and gave you a bad time about using the P word and everything. And, I told you if Yoshi was on for Game 6, I liked our chances in Game 7. And I'm just so thrilled with how everything turned out. But I just want to say one thing, and that's that this team, I want to call them the dynasty of destiny because so many things had to go right for us, and they did. And I just love it.
All right, awesome, man. Yeah.
By the way, we haven't talked
so many
enough about
little
this.
things had to go right.
How did Yamamoto do it? How did he pitch basically, he threw like 90 pitches
Complete
on
game,
Friday.
Then Friday.
And then Saturday he pitches 3 more innings on the next day. I mean, I know occasionally he has, but maybe everybody should start throwing javelins.
Yeah, I mean, the javelin thing.
That dude's got like a rubber arm.
Yeah.
I don't know any other pitcher who could have pulled that off.
Well, you got to go back to probably Madison Bumgarner, the last guy that did it that way. And before that, I think Randy Johnson.
Yeah, unbelievable.
To win 3 games in the World Series is insane. Let's go to Nick. He is in Dallas. Nick, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Nick.
Nick, you there?
Hang on. I screwed that up.
Okay.
Let's go to Kenneth in Pasadena. Kenneth, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Kenneth?
Hey, guys. Great to talk to you. I just wanted to let you know I was on my way back from the Bahamas when I watched the Game 7 on the airplane. I was on Delta, so every seat has the TV screen.
Right.
Every screen was on to the game. It was great. One thing about gripe with the airlines, though, is with people, when it's time to get off the plane, why everybody in the back stand up when the door, is ready to get off? Everybody just standing up. I'm like, wait your turn. You're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You can't rush the thing.
This is Lisa Ireland's pet peeve in life when somebody in the back of the plane tries to steamroll to the front.
Right. Now, I'm not in favor of that, but I am in favor of standing up and getting a stretch.
Exactly.
I'm going to let everybody go in the road that they're appropriate, all that.
Here's the situation.
Okay.
There is times when the flight attendant gets on the speaker and says, hey, we have people in the back that have connections. Please don't stand up.
Yep.
Obviously, won't stand up in that situation. But if I'm on a cross-country flight, 6 hours, I'm on the aisle, we have landed, I'm going to stand up, but I'm not going to move forward. If I'm in the back of the plane, I'm not trying to push my way forward. I've just been sitting for 6 hours, and I would not like to sit for another 30 minutes.
I am with you, Em. Now, when you fly commercial, John, I don't know what happens in the charter, but when you fly commercial, do you stand and let everybody leave, or do you remain seated?
I stand, but I don't move forward.
Yeah, I don't know what
And
that
then
guy's complaining about.
if there's somebody, particularly somebody older that has like a heavy bag in the overhead, I'll grab it for him.
Sure, I'll do that.
But yes, nothing wrong with standing up.
Let's go to Steve in Long Beach. Steve, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, Steve.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Just wanted to quickly talk about both Lakers and the Dodgers.
Yeah.
First, the Dodgers. I know it was discussed how everybody contributed from top to bottom. But what stood out to me is when they contributed, it was in crucial times that they contributed. It just wasn't contributing. It was when they did it.
And what you're describing, Steve, is Miguel Rojas came up big when no one expected it. Maybe one of the top 10 moments in Dodger history.
Yeah, incredible.
I mean, what do you want to say about the Lakers?
I just want to say that I watched the game last night, and JJ has them playing inspired basketball. I mean, they got every loose ball. They out hustled Portland. And their offense and their transition game is great. They're not standing around. They're moving up and down. I mean, they're playing good basketball. And by the way, when Bronny came out of the game, they lost the lead. He's playing pretty good, too.
Yeah.
He had a great game.
All right. Thanks, Steve, for the phone call.
Thank you.
Bronny had more assists last night than anyone on either team. 6.
It
and
was
hit a big 3.
It was a great performance that I have great respect for last night in Portland. Let's go to – okay, I want to get this guy in. This is Ken. I think this is Ken. Are you in Newport Beach, Ken?
Well, I'm in Huntington Beach driving, but yes, I'm Ken from Newport. That is correct.
So now you are negative all year long. I hear you on this show, and I hear you on Dave Vassay's show saying all negative things.
Particularly about Dave Roberts, Ken. Did he win you over?
Oh, that I completely erased that after that World Series. He made some unbelievable moves. But I want to talk about the Lakers right now.
Okay. Good. Go ahead.
All right. So I looked at the game, and, you know, there's no Doncic, there's no Reeves, there's no LeBron. And I actually said to somebody, they're going to lose this game by 20 points. I have never seen a team that I didn't know half the players. That little guard who was making three-pointers is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, the new guy, the taller guy. I don't know what's going on there, but this is the most amazing Laker team with no stars that I've seen in a long time. And you got to give JJ, like that last guy said, a ton of thumbs up.
Absolutely, 100% agree. 100% agree.
And by the way, if you would have told me, okay, no LeBron, no Luka, no Austin, no Gabe Vincent, what is the path for the Lakers to win that game? And I would have said to you, Jake LaRavia has to become that guy.
Me too.
Jake LaRavia, who had a big game the night before and had a big game last week against Memphis, has to assume the role of Austin. And he wasn't the reason they won. Rui was great. Ayton was great. Bronny was great. And Nick Smith put the team on his back.
Oh, yeah.
So Ken's right. They're on to something because you don't know who you have to guard. And they're 6-2 without LeBron and no Luka for 4 of the 8 games. I don't know how they're doing it.
So much of this is coaching and belief. Coaching and belief. He convinced those guys that they had the talent to win last night. Let's go to Rondo in Ontario. Rondo, you're on Sports. Is that right? Rondo, you're in Sports. I'm terrible at this. Rondo, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Rondo.
Hey, Rudy. My name's Rudy.
Okay. Rudy.
Hey, class act by Toronto putting Bessier's number on their hat.
Absolutely.
Nobody ever mentioned that.
That's very nice that they did it, and a nice show of solidarity, and obviously there are more important things than baseball.
Yeah, and kudos to Roberts. He definitely earned his Hall of Fame ballot. He will go in. 3 championships, could have been 4. We know what happened.
Yep.
And he's a class act.
Yes, he is. Dave Roberts is an elite manager who's going straight to the Hall of Fame. Last year, he did it piecing together relievers. This year, he did it piecing together starters. He's done it 2 different ways, and both have absolutely worked. Let's go to Chris in Long Beach. Chris, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, Chris.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So that was the best World Series ever. So many storylines, so many amazing plays. Mace, I completely have the sports hangover, and it's just, I mean, the Lakers put on a show last night, but I'm having a hard time getting engaged with re-engaged with football. But I do have a funny non-related sports thing about someone upstaging me at my wedding. So I got one of my best buddies to play music live at my wedding. And I told everyone, don't wear suits, don't wear ties, wear whatever you want. Like wear something you've always wanted to wear. And so I showed up on the aisle when my wife was getting ready to walk down, and he had on the exact same thing as me, like a $150 J. Crew vest.
Oh.
And I made him change.
Did
change.
You made him
usually really
change?
chill, but I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be twins with my music guys.
Yeah,
so I made him
true.
change. And, am I the a-hole? I don't
No, I
no
think,
issue
look,
with that.
it's also your day. Wedding day is also the dude's day, right? It was a dude's day for you, Brian?
Sure. Yeah, you could believe that.
I would say
Might not be
maybe clarify then what you want people to wear. If you're going to tell people what to wear, like if you're going to say no to someone's outfit, then you got to clarify.
But don't you think that's just kind of bad luck? They happen to buy the same jacket.
Yeah, and also he's only wearing a $150 jacket to your wedding.
He said wear anything you want. Like cool. Like if I ever got married, it'd be super cash.
Sure.
Super, just wear whatever you want.
But then
roll
if
in.
you're going to say that to somebody, you
Open
can't then
bar.
ask them to change.
Yeah, true. By the way, it's never happening, but I just thought I'd toy with the idea for a minute. Let's go to Max in San Diego. Last call of the day. Max, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, man.
Last call. I love it. Hey, guys, load management. I have an idea. Tell me if it's terrible. Instead of taking one day off, if you take a game off, you should be like an IL. It's called a 5-day or a 7-day, but you're guaranteed to take X amount of time off, not just one game. So it'll make people not take one game off, but they'll maybe have to take a whole week off on top of that and miss 4 games on top of that. What do you guys think?
I hate that idea, Max, and here's why. I want the Stars to play as much as humanly possible. I don't want restrictions that encourage more sitting out.
Correct. Yeah, that's what that would do is, hey, take the whole week.
By the way, Clippers taking on OKC.
Yep.
I think it's tonight. They've already announced. Kawhi, nope. Bradley Beal, nope.
Harden, yes.
Probably.
Yeah, he's on my fantasy team. I need that.
Come on. I mean, this happens on now almost every game a star player sits out. And under my plan, Bradley Beal and Kawhi would both be in the program. That they would get rewarded for playing more games. So maybe it would work. I don't know.
All right, I want to do one thing before we get to Luke here in this next segment. Did you hear Tony Romo and the weird noise that he made during a broadcast?
No, I heard about it, but I haven't heard the noise.
Okay, listen to this.
And you'll see right here, pulled, and then another hold right there. I think it was.
There it is. So, again, this is with Luke on right now. It's so Luke-like.
Very similar.
It's very similar.
Very
As
similar.
soon as I heard it, I thought of Luke Robitaille, Hall of Famer from the Kings. Luke, what's going on, man?
How are you guys?
We're great, man. How are you?
Celebrating the Dodgers.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
Yeah, that was unbelievable. And
where did you watch Game 7, Luke? Oh, Game 7 happened during a game, right?
Yeah, we watched it during our game, and then when the game was over, I watched it in the locker room. We left it on for the fans to watch that stayed.
Yep.
But I watched it in the locker room with our guys.
Now, Luke, since you were the last time you were on with us, you had a game coming up in Chicago, and I told you were going to win that game. That you were going to snap out.
John
of all
instructed you to win,
and now you have.
Yeah,
you've lost 2 in a
Can
row.
you help me tonight?
Okay, but I was going to say you're taking on Winnipeg tonight. You lost in a shootout to Detroit, then you lost to New Jersey. Winnipeg tonight. I am once again predicting the end of your 2-game losing streak. I think you beat Winnipeg tonight. Am I right?
You're right. You're right. This is it's kind of funny the way sports is. You know, if you're doing things the right way, sometimes you get a break here and there. We didn't win Saturday, but our guys played well. Our specialty teams, you know, in hockey, the power play and penalty killing, we didn't have any penalties, but it wasn't good, but everything else was really, really good. So if we keep doing this, we're going to turn it around, and that's what matters, because it is a marathon the whole season, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was, looking at the Lakers last night, and they were missing Luka, they were missing Austin Reeves, obviously missing LeBron, and something about that group, they added up to more than the sum of their parts, if you know what I'm saying. And I think that's probably
I don't know. Wait, I don't know what you're saying.
You really don't? The whole is greater than the sum. In other words,
the Kings won 2 Stanley Cups using that theory.
In other words, individually, you get a certain amount of talent, but when you add it together, you get something really cool and something really special and a really great team. I think that's what happened last night. Have you really never heard that expression?
Never heard of it, no.
Wow.
He's lying.
You've heard of it. You've heard of it, Luke.
Okay, repeat the expression one more time, and I'll tell you.
The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. No, never heard that one.
Wow,
guys.
I can't believe that. That's a cultural blind spot.
Yeah, now
for you.
I want you to use it in a sentence when you're talking about the team soon, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Luke, what's the latest on Kopitar? Like 100% healthy? Not yet. What do you think?
He's definitely getting better. It takes time. The injuries he came back from, that was a foot. So, but he's definitely getting better, and he's still playing 20 minutes. It's amazing,
right.
It's kind of funny. Our guys have not played to the level they're at. We're still hanging there. So, like I said to you, we just got to have everybody kind of pulling the same direction, and our special teams just get a little bit better, and we'll be fine. We just got – I really like the way we played Saturday. We didn't win, but we got to keep pulling that way as a team.
Do you feel like now that we've sort of gone – because everybody was caught up with the Dodgers. Everybody – all of a sudden, eyes can turn to hockey and people can dig in and start really following it. Do you get that vibe, that sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're digging just to hockey. It's like you get a team like the Dodgers, or even us when we're going in the finals, or the Rams when they went to the Super Bowl, or the Lakers, when they're going to the final. The team that's going to the final deserves the attention. It should always be that. That's what our city is about. We're lucky to live in LA where there's 11 pro teams and there's a lot going on. But whatever team gets to go to the final should get the attention of the city. And once they win, yeah, for sure, then you keep going. And it's up to us to make our dent, But I'm like, this was amazing last week. It was amazing to see these guys see what happened, how they did it. Every game was absolutely incredible. I was there at the game when Ohtani went on base
9 times.
9 times. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was an amazing game. So, Luke, you are known for many sounds. This is your grunt. This is your sigh. This is your surprise sound. And this is relief. So, I found somebody else that's trying to steal your act. I don't know if you heard this or not. I played it just a minute ago. Listen to Tony Romo calling a game this weekend.
And you'll see right here, pulled, and then another hold right there. I think it was...
There it is. Now, that's a good one.
We got to get ownership of these sounds, guys.
He's coming
exactly. We got to monetize this. Let's trademark some of this
Romo is
stuff.
coming for your sounds, man. Coming for your size. Hey, listen, Luke, appreciate you coming on as always, especially in the wake of everything that's going on. We're digging in on the Kings now, especially now that baseball has moved along, and we will be all over it for you, man.
All right, guys. Okay.
Thank you,
Have
Luke.
a great week. I'll talk to you later.
Soon.
Thanks, Luke. There's Luke Robitaille. Yeah, the Romo sound is a weird clip. You know what it is? It's Pacino from Scent of a Woman. Listen to it.
Take a flamethrower to this place.
Listen, doesn't he essentially do a hoo-ha? It's kind of Scent of a Woman. All right, trade deadline has come and gone. Rams did not do anything. They were quiet. They made their move last week.
They made their trade last week.
Made their move, acquired a cornerback last week from Tennessee, Roger McCreary. But we'll fill you in on all the other moves that have come down today. And does baseball have an opportunity to avoid a lockout in 2027? We will talk about that coming up next. John, you mentioned Jake LaRavia. I expected him of a big night last night. Did you play Prize Picks last night, Brian?
I did not.
I was on Jake LaRavia more than 16.5 points, and I struck out. I didn't Nick Smith Jr. did not show up anywhere on Prize Picks last night, but he was the play. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right gets you paid. Don't miss any excitement this season on Prize Picks, whether you're a football fan, basketball fan, or both like me. Always feels good to be right. Play Prize Picks, and they offer stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. So, for example, let's say you want to play Luka. We assume he'll be back this week. Luka on points, 3-pointers, and assists more than. You can now pick all 3 of them in the same lineup on Prize Picks. You can follow other Prize Picks players directly on the app, copy their lineups in one click. Whether it's a friend, a celebrity partner, just somebody whose picks you like, hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create in the new Feeds tab on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MACE, M-A-S-E, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code MACE to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup, Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your Lakers, your season, your home.
Tomorrow night, the Lakers return home to Crypto.com Arena for a midweek matchup versus the Spurs.
Stolen by Luka. Luka on a breakaway. Just has to beat Wiggins. He does. Lay it up and in.
Your LA Lakers host the San Antonio Spurs.
I thought I told you time and time again that we won't stop.
Coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams are 6-2 and on top of the NFC West in large part because of their quarterback, Matthew Stafford, who in his 17th season in the league is putting together an MVP campaign at the halfway point, right in the middle of the MVP race. And here is why. Number one in touchdown passes in the NFL with 21 touchdown passes through the first 8 games of the season, including 9 in the last 2 games, 5 against Jacksonville, 4 against the New Orleans Saints. He's also 5th overall in yards at 2,147, and all of this coming with just 2 interceptions. Also in the top 10 in both quarterback rating at 66.5 and QBR at 113.2. With Tuesday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams. The biggest show on the radio, this is Mason and Ireland. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
I know there's a reason we're playing a Spice Girls song. What is it, Em?
Today is the anniversary when the Spice Girls' debut album, Spice, came out. It was on this day in 1996.
So there's Sporty, there's Ginger, there's
Posh.
Posh
is the one married to Beckham. Who's the
fourth Spice Girl?
All right, don't say Em. Let me think of this. Brian, you know it? I don't.
Sporty? Spooky?
No. Sporty. Posh. Who's the other
Ginger.
One? Ginger. And do we have which one did Mel B play?
Mel B. She played Scary Spice.
Yeah, she was Scary
I said
Spice.
Spooky. It's Scary.
Yeah.
Scary Spice.
So we figured it out. Not exactly, but we figured it out. Emily, overrated or underrated? What do you think?
I have been to a Spice Girls concert.
And
went with a big group of people.
3 hours you'll never get back, or did you enjoy it?
I mean, I was with a really fun group, and we were all stoned, so I thought really fun night all the way around. I thought it was pretty good. All
right, so let me ask you something. If I'm well, you and I are on the radio.
Yeah, on the radio.
If we said like 150 times in 10 minutes, is that something or nothing? And the reason I ask is that Mike McDaniel, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins for now.
Yep. For the moment.
Used the word 157 times in his postgame press conference after Miami lost to the Ravens. Here's a snippet of it. We cut 28 seconds of it. He says 7 times. Listen to this.
You know, and I think what was different was that guys really they sustained that, and then defensively specifically, I thought we got a couple stops after that third quarter, and we weren't able to overcome some self-inflicted stuff offensively, and didn't have quite the game we were expecting on team. So.
The last one was an
Oh, he ended on an That's good. That's smart.
All right, so is that something or nothing that he can't get through a statement without saying a bunch of times?
Can I be honest? I am an ummer. I've always been an ummer. Sometimes too much. I've gone back and actually listened to tape and heard myself and I do too much. I don't as much as Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel is the ultimate ummer.
Brian, what might Steve Mason and Mike McDaniel have in common?
How they like to partake?
Yes. They are on your team.
Yeah, I mean,
do you think it's related to that? Do stoners overuse the word It might be as simple as that.
Yeah, could be.
Might be as simple as that.
All right, coming up next, our friend Dr. Clapper is going to stop in. How are you? That's next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, Lakers and Toyota are celebrating 50 years of their legendary partnership, both driven by shared legacies of high performance, experience, and resilience. 50 years strong. Toyota and the Lakers started together in 1976, and right now the clock's ticking at Toyota's Here and Now sales event. The Toyota car, truck, or SUV that fits your life is here, and now's the time to make it yours. Great deals on Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, 4Runners, or the trucks, the Tacomas, the Tundras. This is the moment. The time to drive home your new Toyota is here and now. If you're ready, it's never been easier to modify your Toyota at your local Toyota dealer. From lift kits to camping gear, Toyota partners with leading accessory brands so you can customize with confidence. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Afternoons on ESPN LA with DeMarco and Travis.
How is your kundingi? Kundingi.
Kundingi.
That is butt in Korean.
No.
Yes.
What's
kundingi?
so-so in Korean?
So-so.
So-so. See, I'm going to use that. Hey,
Más
nice
o menos.
kundingi. How do you say nice kundingi?
Nice kundingi.
It's Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis. Weekdays 3 to 6 on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Welcome to the sweet life. Big nights deserve big views. From Lakers and Kings games to the hottest concerts. Reserve your own private suite at Crypto.com Arena for a premium experience you'll never forget. Reserve your suite now at CryptoArenaSuites.com.
Inheriting a home can be overwhelming. Between repairs and the time it takes to get everything ready to sell, it can feel like more trouble than it's worth. That's where Seller's Advantage comes in. One real customer who inherited a home shared their experience, and I quote, "We had an inheritance from a relative. It would have taken us a lot of time, money, and headaches to get the property in shape to sell. I heard about Seller's Advantage from a radio commercial and decided to give them a try. Their offer was reasonable, and we accepted it. They took care of all the physical effort and legal complexities. We closed within 3 weeks. I would highly recommend them to anyone," end quote. No matter what your reason for selling, call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or use the website sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. Sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
The last Thanksgiving I was invited to, I brought my famous lima bean casserole. That was about 10 years ago. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get your Thanksgiving feast to go. Roast turkey, glazed ham, or prime rib, and the works. Order now.
Number 2.
Bret Michaels' only SoCal engagement, November 21st.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Lincoln Nautilus, November 30th.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you expect your insurance company to be there for you, but often they look for ways to underpay your claim. If you're feeling abandoned, put pushed to use low-rated contractors or ignored after years of loyalty, we protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for. Contact Avner Gatt, one of California's largest public adjusting firms. Visit avnergatt.com or call 818-917-5256. With a team that has the industry's know-how, including experience from the insurance side, Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. With over 20 years of experience, they offer a free initial consultation and have the largest network of experts to evaluate your damages. Remember, size, experience, and expertise matter. Don't let your insurance company leave you in the dark. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, or visit avnergatt.com today. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, whenever we need medical advice, we are joined by Dr. Robert Clapper from Cedars-Sinai. Doc, how are you?
How are you guys? I love it. I hear you on Tuesday, and then we hear it again on Saturday morning. I love it.
Oh, great to have you, Doc. All right, so let me start with the Lakers. In a game that they won on Sunday, Austin Reeves tweaked his groin. And Austin is one of those guys, Doc, that's a bad injury for him because so much of his game is herky-jerky, lateral movement, faking guys, ball fake, stuff like that. So they sat him out last night. Tomorrow night, here comes Wemby. He's a game-time decision. So just in general, I know you haven't seen Austin or talked to him, so I'm asking you to, in general, what do you do when you get a groin injury? Do you just rest it? Can you do massage? Do you target the area? What if I came to you and said, I want to start playing basketball again, Doc, but I have a strained groin? What do you tell me?
That it is not the correct thing to focus on that area that's torn. So here's a Clapper vision for you. When in the old days of the video game, they used to have a joystick. Remember where you could move the pieces up, down, north, south, east, west.
Yep.
Well, if you feel your thigh right now, it is the shaft of the joystick, and the muscles that surround that femur of yours literally go north, south, east, west, and there's one other. They rotate in and out. There's 6 different ways that your femur can move as your hip joint. So when you have a groin strain like he has, that means you have microscopically torn one of the muscles. But guess what? The others are now going to suffer because of it.
Right, because they're working overtime, yeah.
We cannot give you shots to make it numb because it's not healed. So you'll end up creating a chronic problem. He's still a young player. If you have him wear tighter Spanx, you know, those
compression shorts, yeah.
He needs to be wearing those, and that's the way you're going to get to heal this. You can sometimes do the LeBron James where you go into that sauna, that cryo sauna that can help with blood flow. These are things that you might do to enhance the healing. But let me tell you, he better be 100% before he comes back because he's going to aggravate other muscles.
All right, let's talk about our old friend Anthony Davis, who is experiencing Achilles tendinopathy. It sounds like this is a chronic situation. Well, tell me about this, and also, is his body just, is he always going to get hurt?
Yeah, it's a terrible thing to give the Andrew Bynum distinction to somebody, but we've all really loved and watched Anthony and appreciated Anthony Davis. I mean, I always think back, he's the guy who in high school and John could probably speak to this, he grew like a foot between his sophomore and junior year.
Yep.
So he's a point guard trapped in a 7-foot body. It's unbelievable. But you are right, Steve Mason. What Achilles tendinopathy, so go ahead, you're sitting down. I want you to feel your calf muscle, because, by the way, he has a left calf strain now as well. But you're right. He has had in the past Achilles tendinopathy. So go ahead and go from your calf muscle feel and go all the way to its insertion into your calcaneus, your heel bone. You'll feel the muscles become this canvas-like material, and it literally feels like a rope attaching to the bone, the Achilles tendon. Anthony Davis, because of Achilles tendinopathy, has microscopically torn the rope, the tendon. And the best clapper vision I can give you is kind of like the layers of an onion, right? So it has all these different, before you get to the center. When you microscopically tear that rope, it becomes bigger as the body continues to try to heal this layer, and then that tears, and then it heals another layer, and you'll actually feel the tendon get bigger than it used to be. One of the consequences of that is that it gets stiffer. It's not as pliable as a bungee cord, and guess what suffers? The muscle above. So it is no shock, Steve Mason, that he suffered with this partial tearing tendinopathy of the Achilles tendon below, that now that stiffer structure is straining the muscle of his calf above. They better shut him down because he's at risk for doing even bigger damage.
Dr. Klepper, Joe Alt, the best offensive lineman on the Chargers, they lost their other best one, Rashawn Slater, before the season even started. Now their left tackle is going to have season-ending surgery for a high right ankle injury he suffered in their win over the Titans. If I used to have pretty weak ankles. What's the difference between a high ankle injury and a low ankle injury, and which one's worse?
So the simplest way to describe it is the lower ankle affects the ligaments that are mostly close to the foot. When it's higher up, you're now talking about separating the two bones. Feel your shin bone, the tibia,
right,
and then the little toe side, there's a little bone there called the fibula, and that is a very important bone, not for muscle strength, but a lot of structures anchor to that. Well, you in essence have separated violently those two bones, and that's a high ankle sprain. Here's the good news. Our technology has so wonderfully improved. He's probably going to be out for the season. But if the Chargers make the playoffs, I would not be surprised if Joe Alt is back because there's an operation. And this one, Steve Mason will appreciate because he's a superhero Marvel Comics guy.
Sure.
You remember Batman? When he wanted to go from one building to another, he would shoot a hook with a wire on it,
right,
so that he can do what do they call the zip line from one building to the other?
Exactly.
Well, guess what we do now? I'm sure it comes from this. We drill a hole through the fibula bone horizontally, and we keep with the drill bit and drill horizontal into the tibia right next to it. We basically bore a hole through the fibula and through the tibia, and we Batmanize this, and we shoot one of these arrows that has a Kevlar, like a bulletproof vest type of suture. It's called a tightrope. We shoot it through the hole we just drilled, and we literally are able to squeeze the fibula to the tibia and anchor it down.
Wow. That is fascinating. I have never heard this.
It's called a tightrope. And what's amazing, John, is Tua Tagovailoa had this in Alabama, if you remember, amongst the other injuries. And I think 3 or 4 weeks after the surgery, he was back playing.
There you go, Brian.
Yep.
You,
so it's
you might
possible.
get your guy back.
By the way, you mentioned Batman. Are you a Christian Bale or a Michael Keaton? Because Michael Keaton goes, I'm Batman. And then Christian Bale goes, I'm Batman. Which would you prefer?
So my wife says I never answer the question. Here's the question, Steve Basin.
Yeah.
I am sitting in the valley at Dupar's, this pancake
Sure.
place with my daughter at the time.
Yep.
And I am ordering. It's the best place. And I'm ordering. And all of a sudden I hear this voice. I'd like a short stack of pancakes with the butter on the side. And I looked at my daughter. I go, Michelle, Batman's here. Batman. What are you talking about? That voice. I haven't heard that since I was 9 years old. And sure enough, it was Adam West.
Oh,
that's the Batman.
The original
Batman.
There you go.
I like that.
So,
I like that.
So he's my Batman. And actually, just recently, I did hip surgery on an 80-year-old stuntman. Anthony Santoro is his name.
Okay.
And he brought me pictures because he was Adam West's stuntman during 1966
how about that?
during that show. And I have all these amazing pictures of him protecting by being stuntman for Adam West. So the answer to your question, who's my favorite? Adam West. He's my favorite.
Okay, last thing for you. It is a national day today I wanted to ask you about. It's National Get Your Sorry Ass to the Gym Day. Now, how should I handle that?
Well, I'm going to write another book called Stop Exercising, You're Killing Yourself. And then it'll say...
That'll be a bestseller based
explain.
on the name. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, at your age, which we don't have to announce, I no longer want treadmill, lunges, squats, stair machines, or leg presses for your legs.
Cool.
I love the pool, the bike, elliptical, rowing machine, yoga, Pilates, mat Pilates.
Your life
That's
just
what I
got a
love.
lot easier.
Wow.
Wow.
By the way,
And
walking's still good, right?
Walking is great to clear your head, but it doesn't count as an exercise. Physically, it counts mentally.
Okay.
And upper extremity, curls, bench presses, but please, because I do a lot of shoulder surgery, please, no pushing or pulling overhead. You will ruin your rotator cuff. You can do stretches overhead, but no longer against resistance. When you're younger, you can do everything, but not now.
Doc, you've just shortened my trip to the gym today.
And by the way, I love that. That's
Yeah.
a green light to take it easy for the next 20 years.
Exactly.
Doc, you're the best, man.
Thanks, Doc.
Thank
Appreciate
you for
you
making
coming
time
on, man.
for us. See ya.
Always, love it.
All right, and you can hear the Weekend Warrior show on Saturday mornings at 7 a.m.
Can you believe how advanced medicine is? They're shooting Kevlar arrows into ankles.
I mean,
and
it's just insane.
bottom line, Brian, you might get your tackle back.
And I just saw we actually traded for another one from the Saints. So apparently not the best, but I love that news. That is great news. Best news
They
I've
did
heard
go out
today.
and do something. That's good. Hey, YouTube TV customers, get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back. All right, did a coach commit a fireable offense this weekend? And would you end a friendship over $15? That's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. You're listening in the car right now. You're driving. Life's moving. You feel fine, but accidents, they don't send a warning. They come out of nowhere. 1 second, you're cruising along. Next second, you're hit, you're hurt, you're confused. And the first thing you think, call the insurance company. But why? They're just going to delay. They're not on your side. They deny, they deflect. Their job is to protect their money, not your health, not your job, not your future. That's why you call the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie. You call Jacob. He fights back. He fights for you. He makes sure the bills are paid. Your pain is acknowledged and your rights are protected. And here's the best part. You don't pay unless Jacob wins. Save the number now. 844-24-JACOB. Again, 844-24-JACOB. One more time. 844-24-JACOB, or remember, calljacob.com. Jacob and Ronnie, trusted legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams, the Lakers, and the LAFC. Because real fighters stand together. Follow @call.jacob on Instagram. You're in your car now. You don't need Jacob yet, but if that day ever comes, you know exactly who to call. Call Jacob. He'll be there when it counts. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never know what you're going to get on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Like Cap going full rock star.
Well, Cappy likes Pearl Jam because he does a pretty mean Eddie Vedder impersonation.
Well, it doesn't take a lot, you know what I mean? Every time. Right.
Sports, laughs, and unexpected concerts. Only on Sedano and Cap. Weekday mornings starting at 7 on ESPN LA.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Hey, it's May. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month of therapy. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
College football is back, and the Coliseum is the place to be. USC football takes on the best in college football, with home games against Michigan, Michigan State, Iowa, and crosstown rival UCLA. Don't miss a single snap, a single touchdown, or the roar of the Trojan Nation. Single game tickets are now available at usctrojans.com/tickets. usctrojans.com/tickets. Fight on!
Veteran founded and veteran focused, National University is a proud yellow ribbon school and a top educator of the U.S. military. They accept the post 9/11 GI Bill and offer dedicated support to help you balance work, family, and school. With flexible online and hybrid programs, monthly class starts, and over 150 degrees, credentials, and certificates, you can even earn credit for prior experience. Advance your career today. Visit nu.edu.
You're standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command.
I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Nichts schuldig.
Nuremberg opens only in theaters everywhere November 7th.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
No, I am Captain Spicy.
You are not Captain Spicy.
I am Captain Spicy.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Absolutely full of crap.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I like this.
Mason and Ireland rolls on.
Hey, it's Kings game day. The LA Kings back on home ice tonight, taking on the Winnipeg Jets. Tune in for pregame coverage starting at 7, leading up to face-off at 7:30. And after the game, break it all down on Kings Talk with Sam Patesh. Catch every moment. Just tap the Kings play-by-play tile on the all-new ESPN LA app. This is the home of the LA Kings. All right, so, John, interesting game this weekend. Washington was playing Seattle, and Seattle had a commanding 38-7 lead. And in fact, I think Dan Quinn had just punted the ball away. There was just like the game was over.
The Seahawks were whooping him.
Yeah, they were whooping him good. And he left Jaden Daniels in the game. Jaden Daniels dislocated his elbow on a scramble. Now, this is what Dan Quinn says about that decision, leaving him in the game.
I know many of you have been asking about the thought process of Jaden being in the game in that situation. I get that. I've been thinking about it, honestly, nonstop, too. And, for me, the answer is, man, I missed it. But I would, I'll fill you in on my thought process. At the start of the fourth quarter, I guess it was probably like 12 and a half minutes left in the game. And that was going to be the last drive for a couple of guys, Jaden and Zach and Debo and LT. And so we're going to have any read run plays and meaning no carries, for the quarterback on a run. And honestly, man, that's where I missed it. Of course, he could scramble. It's Jaden. It's what he's special at. And that is 100% that's on me.
Is that a fireable offense?
Bobby Ross, the old Chargers coach, used to come home with us, kind of like Sean McVay does now. Yep. And what he beat into us back in the day was you cannot protect against football injury. He'd been around it for his whole life. He said, I've seen guys go out for the season on a non-contact cut in training camp. But in this scenario, here's why Dan Quinn comes off really, really bad. They weren't, Mace, I was watching this game.
Yes.
They weren't playing with any urgency. They were down 38-7
right
in the fourth quarter, so you're probably going to lose. But why are you huddling? Why are you running the ball? You're down 38-7.
Right, but that was a scheduled loss. At that point, when you're down 38-7 with 7 minutes left, it's like you're done.
My point exactly. If you were trying to come back, if you were in your 2-minute offense, you were throwing all the time, you were going for it on fourth down, you were just not, you're playing like a playoff game, you're not giving up, that's one thing. They had waved the white flag minutes earlier, and that's why it was stupid that he was out there. If you were trying to win the game, and all coaches will tell you, I'm trying to win the game.
Yeah.
Really, you are?
No,
then
at that point.
Why are you huddling?
Yeah.
Why are you running the ball up the middle and when you can't stop the clock?
Right.
You weren't trying to win.
And why is Jaden Daniels going into a scramble?
Well, because that's what he does.
Right.
And that was what Quinn was
So
talking
is that
about.
a fireable offense?
No, not to me. It's not fireable, but he made a mistake.
Em, do you think that's a fireable offense?
I don't think it's fireable because Dan Quinn has done so much. He did so much good work last year as a coach. I think that it's not fireable, but it is something to, when he eventually does get fired, you'll point to that you ruined our franchise quarterback.
Yeah, super dumb move, but they went 12-5 last year and went to the NFC Championship game, so it's not a fireable offense.
Brian, what do you think?
Get him out of there. What do they got?
Oh, you're sending him packing.
He went to the NFC Championship game last year.
No, it's the fact that you're even talking about it, I don't think it's any close. I don't think he's on the hot seat. I think this is just a freak. Like you said, John, you can't protect against football injuries. Just a freak incident. You know, it's
you
can't. None of this lies on him.
Right.
I don't think so either.
I have a radical suggestion for the Rams kicker.
Okay, I hope it's somebody different than Josh Carty. Is that the?
It is.
No.
Is it who I'm thinking?
Is it who I'm thinking?
I think it is. So I'm getting this. Bob, one of our listeners, tweeted this.
Bob, the listener.
Justin Tucker will be available after this weekend. He's the greatest kicker in NFL history.
Who had a bad year last year.
He did. And he's been suspended because he had a Deshaun Watson-like massage story behind him there, where multiple women said he got handsy in massages. And so the league suspended him for 8 weeks. That suspension ends this weekend. But, Mace, he is the greatest kicker in NFL history. You can obviously get him cheap because he's trying to get back into the game. I don't think he can be as bad as he was last year. Do you even bring him in for a tryout?
He was 22 of 30 last year on field goals.
Worst he's ever had. Until last year, he had the highest make percentage of any kicker in NFL history and consistent from 60 in.
I'm going to say no. I don't want the sideshow. I don't want the kicker to be the most discussed player on my team. I don't want to do that.
I think none of that matters. All that matters is, does he help you win?
I'm saying the distraction does not help you win. The distraction, the public ridicule, all that stuff does not help you win.
I would have a conversation with him and bring him in for a tryout and then decide. Emily, how about you?
I don't think he's good enough for the backlash he'll get.
I'm with Emily.
Brian,
I don't think he's good enough.
the resident Chargers fan. If the Chargers, in this case we're talking about the Rams, but if the Chargers wanted to bring in Justin Tucker, what say you?
After years and years of bad kickers, I'd say yes.
Yeah.
You would.
Good kickers are hard to find. Even though he had one off year, he is one of the best kickers we have
Not
seen.
one of. The greatest kicker in NFL history.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, that's a hard pass for me.
I would kick the tires on it. I'm not saying I would do it, but I would bring him in if he kills it in the workout. Because sometimes when people have been rock bottom and you give them a second chance is when they lock in.
I do believe, though, the Rams don't do PR messes like this if they can avoid it.
True.
So I feel
they brought in OBJ.
But that wasn't. But OBJ hadn't done stuff like this.
They brought in Ndamukong Suh. He had a rap sheet.
He stomped on somebody's head, but other than that, he did not have this. This is just, to me,
it's very sorted. I agree with you.
The thing I don't want is my kicker to be the most talked about player on my team. And this would be a huge, controversial, consequential decision for the organization and so out of character, I think. I don't believe it's going to happen. Had he been 30 for 30 last year, maybe. But he missed 8 field goals last year. I'm going to take a hard pass on Justin Tucker.
And the worst thing that could happen if they brought him in is that he also sucks because this line is the issue or the scheme is the issue.
If he sucks, you just cut him.
But he could
Kickers
not
are
suck
pretty
in the,
expendable.
He could not suck in the playoffs. But then you bring in someone, you have a huge PR disaster because of it, and he sucks on top of it. Is a long way for the Rams to get back on the good graces of a lot of their female fans.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. There are lots of women who are huge fans of the Rams, and I think would find this objectionable. I don't think so. Give me one of these other guys that's out there in avail. How about Michael Badgley? Is he still kicking somewhere? I don't know who's a free agent at this point. Is that right?
That was his nickname. I mean, he wasn't very money, but you know.
He was not very money. All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do some fast track. We'll also do that story about $15 breaking up a friendship. That's coming up as well. Mason, Ireland. Lakers, we got to circle back to. Dramatic win last night out of the blue. No Luka, no Austin Reeves, obviously no LeBron, and still they come up with a win last night. We'll get into that coming up too.
6-2 and 4-0 on the road.
Yeah, amazing start. Great start for the Lakers. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your Lakers, your season, your home.
Tomorrow night, the Lakers return home to Crypto.com Arena for a midweek matchup versus the Spurs.
Stolen by Luka. Luka on a breakaway. Just has to beat Wiggins. He does. Lay it up and in.
Your LA Lakers host the San Antonio Spurs.
I told you time and time again that we won't stop.
Coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Don't strike out if you've been injured in an accident. Hey, it's Travis, and at Normand Legal, Joseph S. Normand and his team are ready to step into the batter's box for you. They'll swing for the fences, go extra innings if they have to, and make sure the insurance companies are out at home. They'll cover all the bases and bring you home safe with the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the winning lineup now at 213-747-1234. That's 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, your recovery is always a grand slam. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the excitement this sports season, because on Prize Picks, whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, or a fan of both like me, it always feels good to be right. Been doing a ton of Prize Picks for football season, but with the start of basketball season, you don't think I'm going to be riding that Luka train night after night? Absolutely. And Prize Picks now's offering stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You want to pick more on Luka's points, threes, and assists? Now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. Plus, you can follow other Prize Picks players directly on the app and copy their lineups in one pick. Whether it's a friend, a celebrity partner, or just someone whose picks you like, hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create in the new Feed tab on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Use the code TRAV to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code TRAV to get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
You ever notice the harsh feeling and chlorine taste in LA water? That's why I made the switch to Life Source Water. Their whole house water system gives clean, filtered water from every tap in my house. It's become our essential appliance we love using every day. No salt, no regular maintenance. With Life Source, you deal directly with their local factory. No middlemen, no hassle. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Warranty limitations apply.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, what's up? It's Sedano. I'm here with the crazy Hernandez brothers from Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. What if I'm at home, I'm like, I got to do this project, but I keep putting it off because I'm worried about the finances part of it. Like, what do you suggest those people do?
We all have a honey-do list, right? And you're the numbers guy.
Your wife says, hey, I want to do this living room floor. You're putting it off because you're thinking it's going to cost me $5,000. Give us a call. Give me your square footage. You'll be surprised at what we can do for you.
A 5-minute phone call can save you thousands of dollars.
For the best prices on hardwood, carpet, and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma Brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350 cube, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plain mat full, and race cams.
Fast Track on Mason in Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
Zoom, zoom, man.
Zoom, zoom, and USC women's basketball is back. The Trojans tip off their season tonight at home against New Mexico State. Catch all the action starting at 7 p.m. on ESPN LA 710 a.m. or on the all-new ESPN LA app. Just tap the USC women's basketball tile. Only with ESPN LA, the home for all USC women's basketball games. Fight on. So, are you guys familiar with the sketch show Key and Peele?
Of course. I grew up on that show.
Very funny.
And it stars Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele.
Yes.
And there is a famous sketch from it. They did a lot of football sketches, but one of them was Key is playing a football player celebrating a touchdown, and he mimics pumps with his hips.
Right.
And I believe we might play it on the YouTube if we can.
Yes.
So he does
The
two
pumps. Yeah.
And if he does the third one, the ref is going to flag him with a penalty. Okay?
Right. So third pump and you're out.
Exactly, a penalty. And so that was the discussion.
Okay.
And so Rico Dowdle, the running back for the Carolina Panthers, scores a touchdown on Sunday, and he does the two pumps because he believes two pumps means you're free and clear of a penalty.
Just don't do the third one.
The third pump gets you the penalty. Well, that's not what the referees and the NFL think. They penalized him. They brought back the extra kick to another 15 yards.
Okay.
They missed the kick,
which
could have cost them the game. They ended up winning and beating the Panthers, but it ended up being a pretty costly penalty to the Carolina Panthers. So, should they let them pump away?
I am a big fan of pumping away. I think you should be able to celebrate any way that you want.
So do I. As long as there's no props, I think you should get 30 seconds to do whatever you want. As long as it doesn't degrade fans or opponents, go for it.
As long as you don't pull a phone out of the field, the pole and wind up.
No, that's fun too.
Who did that? Yeah, but
Joe
you can't
Horn.
have props, Joe Horn. You can't have props. You can't.
Yeah, because then it'll descend into. But no props. 30 seconds to do whatever you want. I saw the dumbest penalty the other day. Some guy laid out a receiver. And he stood over him for maybe half a second, like, gotcha. And the refs called 15 yards.
They're all over taunting. That's their big thing this year.
Yeah, I mean, why are we stopping the game and affecting the game for no reason? You don't have to. Let the guys celebrate and be done with it. I don't think you need to count pumps. Do 10 pumps if you want.
Pump away.
Yeah.
By the way,
you get 30 seconds. That's it.
Can I ask you, there was one play that was a roughing the quarterback on Byron Young.
Yeah, at the end of the game.
In the game in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I thought, or here
the
against
most
New Orleans.
ridiculous roughing the passer
I
I've
thought,
ever
what is he
seen.
supposed to do?
He didn't even land on him. He just hit him. He didn't even do head to head. It looked like it was just a hard hit.
It was just a great sack.
What is Byron Young supposed to do?
Yeah, like lighten up a little bit. Don't hit him. I mean, you see daylight and you go after the quarterback.
Sorry, Shuck is so sackable.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Fast Track.
Crazy story here from Game 7 of the World Series that we haven't really touched on is the two fans that caught the home run balls. First, the Miguel Rojas ball, which he actually faked out, had his second ball, threw the ball back on the field, wasn't actually the home run ball.
They call that. Yep.
Great play.
Beautiful.
And then, crazy enough, his son, actually 2 seats over, caught the Will Smith extra inning home run ball. I did see that they were, trying to put him up in auction. I think they wanted $1 million for him each.
No, he wants $1 million for the Rojas ball and
$1.5 million
for the Will Smith
for the
ball.
Will Smith.
He's looking to get $2.5 million total.
Is it on eBay yet? Or is that where you got it? eBay?
This is coming from a Blue Jays fan, too, So he
Correct.
didn't get the World Series victory, but maybe he gets a little, change here in the World Series ball. Would you hang on to this? Is it going to increase value, or is this sell it right
If
away?
I was a
get your
Blue
$1 million?
Jays fan and I caught the two baseballs that beat us, I don't want any part of them, but I would sell them. I wouldn't hand them to the Dodgers, the opponent. I would try to sell them, auction them off, give them to some auction house and sell them that way. I don't begrudge anybody for getting money, and if I was a Blue Jay fan, I don't want the home run that beat me.
I would never charge a baseball player for his own home run ball. I would just give it to him.
But we live in a different economic stratosphere.
Right. That's what I was just going to say. I'm fortunate. I don't need the money to survive. Maybe this guy does.
Well, $1 million is a lot of money to the average person.
And $2.5 million is even more.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't have I wouldn't do it, but I don't have an issue with him doing it.
Yeah.
Brian, what would you do?
Oh, I'd sell it instantly.
Sell that sucker. Exactly.
Okay,
Maybe I'd hold on to it for a few years, though, and maybe let its value grow, if the
And
Dodgers
what do you
go
think?
down.
I would sell it, but I hate this switcheroo thing.
Oh, really?
If you're going to keep it, basically you want to throw it back to make it look like you're so
good
disgusted
fan.
by this and
Yep.
a good fan. You're not being a good fan. You're holding on to it still. It's stupid. The switcheroo is dumb. So either hold on to the ball and accept that you are going to do this, or
somebody
throw it away.
do the switcheroo to a kid.
Oh, no.
So a ball was popped up down the third baseline.
Yeah.
Guy brought his glove, catches it, takes the ball out of his glove, sticks it in his pocket, pulls another ball out of his back pocket, and hands it to the kid next to
Really?
him. Yeah.
Did the kid know the difference?
Scumbag.
I don't know, but I just think it's a
Yeah,
mean
that's
thing to do to a
that's-
kid. And
what
it was all kind of
What
on
a
camera.
gutless scumbag.
Yeah,
We finally found
it
a
was
good use
not
for that
Morales.
term.
Yeah, no, it was not Chris.
Yeah.
But, the switcheroo is,
I think it's clever as hell.
yeah.
You have to know in the moment to do it.
Yeah, great. I mean, great. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do this other World Series story we've got. So everybody saw Justin Robleski in Game 7 of the World Series, and a punk move from Andre Jimenez, who took his hand off the bat and tried to get hit by a pitch. And it was so lame. And then the next pitch came in, and Robleski hit him. Again, he was flipping his hand off the bat, and then Robleski really started jawing and really going at Jimenez, and both benches cleared. So this is Max Muncy
In foul territory today.
on foul territory talking about that moment and what could have happened.
My first reaction was like, hell yeah, don't back down to this guy. Go get him. And then immediately I was like, oh, crap, we need him to stay in this game. He's got to throw some more batters. So I was like, I got to get him out of there. My initial reaction was, yeah, go get him. Go get him. But then I was like, oh, man, we got to make sure he stays in this game. And, thankfully, the umpires all came up to me and they're like, if you didn't get him out of there, we were probably going to have to toss him. Because you know how that goes with the instigation rules. If you're the guy that instigates it, then you're usually the one that gets tossed, even though it's not your fault.
All right, I've said this many times before. I hope those umpires weren't being serious. You would throw a pitcher out of Game 7 of the World Series when they were just jawing back and forth at each other? Why are we taking players off of the field when we don't have to?
Yeah, they smartly did not do this, but what a mistake it would have been for the game. It's sort of like to end on that replay would have been terrible.
If Will Smith would have lifted his foot off the plate.
Exactly. You want a Game 7 of the World Series to be straight up and honest, and if they had jacked Robleski, it would have been really, really unjust.
I've always felt like the 73-win Warriors that lost to Cleveland in I think it was the 2016 NBA Finals.
Yep.
I really wanted to know what would have happened had they not suspended Draymond Green for a game.
Right.
I think if they don't suspend Draymond Green, the Warriors probably win the title. Michael will be here tomorrow. I can ask him.
Yep.
He was at all those games. But I'll say it again. I've said it 100 times. You would have to physically put your hands on me and probably assault me before I would throw you out.
Right.
If you want to come MF me, I'll just go right back at you. And if
I don't remember specifically the instance that got Draymond Green suspended. Was there physical contact?
They say he kicked somebody in the nuts. Fine him.
Yeah.
Okay? Fine him. Don't take him out of the game. Draymond plays hard all the time, and he's always looking for an edge.
He's always looking for trouble, yeah.
I don't want to take players off. I know you disagree with me about this. I'm so extreme here that I wouldn't have players foul out in the NBA.
I think that's...
Phil Jackson gave me this idea. He said, no foul-out rule. If a guy commits his 7th foul, he can stay in, but then you get 2 shots and the ball. I just don't want to take players off the field or the court unless I have to.
Right.
If Max is being honest, Emily, in that clip you played, and the umpires were going to throw out Justin Wrobleski just for that confrontation, that would have been a gigantic mistake. You can't decide games. This, by the way, is why I lost it so much in Oklahoma City last year when they threw Luka out of a game the Lakers led by 1 against the number 1 team in the NBA, and they throw Luka out for talking to a fan. I don't care. Yeah, that's Michael trying to say, no, the referee thought he was talking to him. I don't care. Why are you throwing anybody out anyway? I don't care.
Yeah, why?
I mean, why are we doing this? It's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
I'm glad it didn't come to that, but that's interesting. Max said the umps told him that.
Absolutely. All right. Coming up, more Fast Track, and we'll do that story that I've been teasing all day long. People are waiting for the story. So, can you imagine? Edge of their seat, waiting for the story about the $15 that broke up a friendship. That is coming up for you after Fast Track. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
It is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill, and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum and SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at playhbc. Must be 21 plus to enter.
John Ireland here for Blue Ice Vodka, America's #1 potato vodka. Smooth, creamy, no burn, made from non-GMO potatoes and gluten-free with no added sugar, just 64 calories an ounce. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste matters.
Morales here, and if you're in the market for a new ride, there's only one place to go. You know where it is, the Big Cat, Felix Chevrolet. You know the one right off the 110 in downtown LA with that classic black cat, Felix the Cat, smiling down on Figueroa. They've been serving Angelitos for over 100 years with unbeatable deals, an amazing selection, and service that treats you like family. A la familia. So whether it's a brand new Chevy or a certified pre-owned, make your next stop Felix Chevrolet. Head over to Felix Chevrolet, the Big Cat today. Ask for my guy, the GM Nicky D, and say, hey, I want to see that big cat.
Welcome to the sweet life. Big nights deserve big views. From Lakers and Kings games to the hottest concerts. Reserve your own private suite at Crypto.com Arena for a premium experience you'll never forget. Reserve your suite now at CryptoArenaSuites.com.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. As a sports fan, you always want your team to be well coached and win. You know who's always winning? My guy, Jacob. If you've been injured in a car accident, slip or fall at the store, rideshare accident, whatever it is, it would feel like you lost. Call Jacob. Jacob knows the opponent's weaknesses, how to exploit them, and attack the insurance company to provide you the victory that you deserve. So call him at 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB, or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you and on your schedule. Whether you're running from work, home, or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads, race car bobbleheads, little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Hey, Doc. Nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Well, have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next-day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
Your Lakers, your season, your home.
Tomorrow night, the Lakers return home to Crypto.com Arena for a midweek matchup versus the Spurs.
Stolen by Luka. Luka on a breakaway. Just has to beat Wiggins. He does. Lay it up and in.
Your LA Lakers host the San Antonio Spurs.
I thought I told you time and time again that we won't stop.
Coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
Vroom, vroom, man.
Before I get to my Fast Track, YouTube TV customers get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back. So we have a winner.
We do.
They have crowned the 2025 People's Sexiest Man Alive.
Oh, nice.
Who is it?
Jonathan Bailey.
Jonathan Bailey.
He is the
Should
star.
I know who that is?
He's the star in Wicked.
Yep.
He plays Fiyero in Wicked.
So does he hook up with one of the two leads?
He's
both
with
of them, actually.
Yeah, both of them. Good
Spoiler
work.
alert for the second movie. And he's been in Bridgerton. He was in Fellow Travelers.
Oh, God, I love
he
that
is
shit.
very talented Broadway actor / and he was also in the dinosaur movie this year.
Jurassic World.
Rebirth, whatever.
Rebirth, yeah.
He's very cute. And do you agree? Is he the sexiest man alive?
By the way, this is the first that I know of openly gay sexiest man alive.
I think so. I think so.
There may have been somebody in the past, but it
Sure.
wasn't public. But yeah, I think Jonathan Bailey is really, really talented, really good. He's great in the Wicked movies. I love Fellow Travelers. I thought it was a great show. Yes.
I didn't see Wicked, and I don't know who Jonathan Bailey is.
He's
Brian,
more-
how about you?
Same thing when I found this out last night. I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
And I saw Wicked, and I still couldn't put the
He was
face.
the guy. He was the main guy that was with Ariana Grande.
Didn't ring a bell to me.
He had an entire 20-minute dance
Yeah,
sequence.
he did have a dance
Brian.
scene.
Dancing through life. He's dancing with everybody.
Yeah, I still can't picture his face.
Did you ever see Wicked, John?
No.
As a musical guy, you would love Wicked.
I'll
Have
watch
you ever
it.
seen the musical? The musical's
yes.
excellent.
I have seen the musical, and I'll watch the movie when it gets on regular TV.
Yeah, well, the first one is on regular TV.
On Peacock.
Yeah, on Peacock.
Okay.
Yeah, so
It is like 2.5 hours long.
but I
you
thought
won't
I thought it was really good, and she defied gravity at the end, and the mean
I like
witch went
Cynthia
away.
Erivo, and I like Ariana. But I think I told you guys this, that our friend Jeff, who works at Saturday Night Live, says Ariana is one of their favorites when she comes in, because you can put her in any, you can make her the host and the musical guest, and you can put her in any skit, and she nails it. He told me, I haven't seen her do this, I'm sure it's on video somewhere, but he told me she can mimic almost anybody. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like if you tell her, sing like Barbara Streisand, sing like Adele, sing like Taylor Swift, sing like Beyonce, she can sound just like him. I mean, she's that talented.
I think she did it on Kelly Clarkson's show, because I think for a while Kelly would do this thing where, like, they'd play notes of a song, and you try to sing as fast as possible, and Ariana would sing like
Yeah,
whatever.
she does.
You know
She
who
can
else, you know who else
sing
is
like
very good
crazy.
at that is Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's able to mimic a lot of people, too.
Yeah. Well, good for Jonathan Bailey. About
Fast
time
track.
we have a gay, sexiest man alive.
All right, so tonight I'll be going to the Improv in Brea.
Oh,
One of my
nice.
favorite things to do is go watch, comedy.
Who's there?
Live comedy. It's kind of like a mixed cast, so that's part of my question. It's
Cool.
not the biggest,
Wait a minute, what
names.
city do you live in?
Orange County.
Okay, so Brea's not that
Yeah,
far out of the
not
way.
too far out
All
there.
right.
One of my wife's friends actually is performing, doing some stand-up.
Oh, really?
She's done Hollywood improv. She's done a bunch of stuff. She's very good. But when I go to these shows, I've come to realize that the lesser-named people are the ones that always get me more. Like,
Yeah.
they always crack up more. I always find out they're funnier. I don't know if it's like I'm let down by the big
It's
names.
an expectation thing,
think
right?
that
You
was
have
my
low
question.
expectations
Right.
for the comedians that are sort of down the line, and maybe the headliners you expect too much.
Right. And usually, a lot of times, the headliners, I don't know, it's the lower ones, the pre-guys, the before, always get me. And I end up liking them, more to the
Me
point
too.
where I will
Yeah.
go watch their own shows if they have their own comedy, headlining themselves kind of deal.
When I lived in New York, we did a fundraiser at Caroline's in Times Square.
Oh,
And
because Sue Kalinsky knows all those
Sue
comics.
Kalinsky
Yeah.
knew. So we had Kathy Ladman, we had Mario Cantone, we had Daryl Hammond from Saturday Night Live. By the way, the weird thing about Daryl Hammond, so he did a really good set. He did a really good set, and then afterwards he had recorded it, and he went back and he had headphones, and he was listening to it to make sure that the impression was right or to
That he
tweak
was
the
nailing it.
impression.
Yeah.
Who did I think was someone else? Daryl Hammond? Daryl Hannah.
Daryl
last
Hannah, is not Daryl Hammond. They're two
Not
two
even the
different
same
people.
sex.
Yeah, not even. We'll have a good time tonight.
Oh, thank you very much.
For whatever reason, I cannot twist Juan's arm into going to stand-up comedy.
I love it.
I used to hang out there all
near
the
the
time.
Comedy and Magic Store in Hermosa, and they're great every night.
Convince him to go to the Largo. It's
The
relatively
Largo
closer
is
to
good.
you.
Well, I actually did go to one, Judd Apatow and Friends. We went to
Yeah.
Judd Apatow and Friends
Always
over
big names.
Yep.
Kind of some surprises. The Judd Apatow one's always good. Adam Sandler and Friends is good. When Fred Armisen does it is good.
The last time I went, one of my wife's friends was having a birthday.
Okay.
So they bought 16 tickets and invited 8 couples to go as kind of a birthday thing, and it was really fun.
there. Yeah.
So
It's a great night,
there's an
great
idea
date.
for you for if you're looking to do something for somebody's birthday.
I got a tight 5 to do. I got a good tight
All right, we
5.
got 5 minutes here.
I can middle. There's the opener, then there's the middle, and then there's the headliner. I could middle. You think?
You can host.
Do I have a tight-
I actually
do I
think
have
you
a
could
tight
do-
5?
I think you could do any of the 3.
Yeah, I could do a tight 5 to middle.
It's hard.
Jeannie Buss did it.
You're a red light player, right?
Red light player. Exactly
When I was
right.
living in Beaumont, I lived in Beaumont, Texas, which is a small town in the Gulf.
Yes.
All the comedians there did a weekly show once a week on Saturday nights. And they would get local people to host, like a mini SNL.
Right,
and the
right.
room only held like 50 people. But
Sure.
I hosted it one week, and I only had to do 3 minutes.
Did you do any jokes? Or
Yeah,
was
but
it
I
just
don't
like
remember 'em.
introductory?
No, I just went out there and they wrote it for me. I just went out there and did it, but then they did a bunch of skits. After I did the opening, I was only in 2 of the next. They probably did 10 skits. I was the monologue
Yeah.
and 2 of the 10. It was fun, but it's a lot of work.
I got some good material. Go ahead and give me a spit take. Ready, Brian? All right. Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
I don't know.
Because he is outstanding in his field. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
I'd like to give you the Michael Thompson Award for
I'll
world's
be here
corniest
all
joke.
Week.
Yeah.
By the way,
Speaking
Judd,
of the Scarecrow.
yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Judd Apatow, by the way, is doing tomorrow night at Largo.
And yeah, those tickets are relatively cheap for the talent you're going to see.
He's got Kevin Nealon, he's got Tom Papa, and then other people just drop in.
Yes.
On his shows.
I have
which is
seen
cool.
him. He is good live.
He is
I will
really
say that's
good.
a good big name. That he is very funny live.
He is very funny. All right, so John, let's do this story because I've been promising and promising and promising.
I thought of Emily when I read this. This is a story about a girl who had her bachelorette party.
Yep.
And she invited her sisters and some of their friends.
Yeah.
And when they went to a club to get bottle service, some of the girls go, "We don't have enough money for bottle service." And the bride said, the woman getting married said, "Oh, I'll cover it. Don't worry about it." And they said that was insulting to us, and they got in a fight. And then they wanted to contribute. Emily, when I read this, I thought, and basically I'll cut to the chase. She's no longer friends with these two girls because every time they asked these two girls to do something, they had some type of objection. Either it was financial or they really didn't want to do it.
Yeah, why is the bride covering all this stuff on the bachelor?
Well, here's the thing I would say. When you get invited to a bachelor, I know when I get invited to a bachelor party, it's going to cost me some money. I've got to participate in whatever the festivities are. If I'm hurting for money or if I don't like the crew, don't go. I totally side with the bride here. How about you?
I think you're right. I think people need to be kind of a little more open about financial constraints, especially when you're younger, you don't have as much money. If you can't do something, be upfront. Hey, can I go? I just can't do bottle service.
Broke.
I would love to go and, I'll buy drinks at the bar, but I just can't do this. If you're upfront with your financial, line, then that's fine. But I think it's the switching it up.
Right.
That does it.
Oh, the thing I don't like is when, they're at the like, for example, at a dinner.
Yeah.
There's the check comes.
But also, by the way, bottle service is never worth it.
Yeah, bottle service
Well,
is
but
crazy.
here's the thing. These two girls, she referred to them as A and K. By the way, this girl goes on a TikTok post for like 5 minutes talking about everything that happened. They had 10 girls in the bachelorette party.
Yep.
They charged them $800 for bottle service, so every girl owed $80.
Sure.
One of the girls from Texas that didn't want to pay for the bottle service said, I didn't drink that much. I only had 4 drinks from the bottle.
4 drinks?
4 drinks is a lot.
That's a lot of drinks from the bottle.
Also the worst person. So if we're all agreeing just to split it, we're just going to split it. We're just going to split it in the middle. It doesn't matter if I had 2 sips or you had 4 drinks.
You're either in or you're out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If we've agreed to split it, we agreed to split it. It's just when finance is getting involved, it does ruin parties.
You're right, though. It is the discussion up front. Like, I've got a friend I go to dinner with on a fairly regular basis, and I'm expected to pay. And literally, he turns into a Tyrannosaurus Rex when the check gets to the table. He's got the shortest arms around. But I like the guy, so we keep going on. I'm not going to end the friendship over it. $15 is a lot to is not a lot to break up a friendship.
There's a little more. So these 2 girls from Texas, most of the other girls in the bachelorette party were her sisters or her cousins, like people in her. It's like you, Emily, has a lot of immediate family. Said that after this night, where the bride said, "Don't worry about it, I'll cover it." The 2 friends asked her to come to their room. They were staying in an Airbnb for a chat, and they said the 2 girls said the bride was making them feel cheap by offering to pay. And we feel uncomfortable around your sisters and your other friends, and so we're going to start looking at flights to go home. And the bride just went, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And then ended the friendship. I'm actually completely with the bride. I wouldn't want these 2 people at my wedding. I wouldn't want to be friends with them anymore.
Yeah.
Why are they making a huge deal? Why are they lecturing the bride at her bachelorette party?
And good to find out now before the day of the wedding, too, so you don't have these, joy suckers at your wedding.
Right. Joy suckers.
Okay, I want to throw out this scenario, too. I know we have a break coming up, but
screw the breaks. Let's just talk.
There is a
just you and us, Em.
that has been happening on TikTok where this guy, he's called the Finance Brother. He tries to give you advice that people don't tell people often, don't learn in school. And so he's talking about how you're not behind in your finances. Your friends are just getting bankrolled by their parents. So here's a scenario. Let's say this isn't true. But let's just say I have a credit card for my parents.
Yep.
I am paying for my meal for all of us.
Okay.
I put my credit card down.
And it's your parents' credit card.
I will not pay back my parents. It's going to be my parents' money.
Okay.
After the meal's over, I say, hey, can everyone Venmo me $20? We split it 4 ways. People are defending the person putting the card down that's Venmo requesting their friends. I think that is a grade A-hole move.
So wait a minute.
Wait, you think the person that paid with their parents shouldn't have charged the friends anything?
No.
I
It's
agree.
not their money to deal with, and then you're just pocketing your friends.
Unless that money's going back to the parents to pay for the bill.
Yeah,
no, that is just a scam is what that is. That is a scam.
What do you think, John?
Scam.
If the four of us went out to dinner and no one, like we did go out to dinner,
Yeah,
and
we did.
Mason and I split the tab.
Right.
What if I put my card down, my parents' card, and then I asked you guys to Venmo me $50?
I would give you the money.
I would too, but it is a scam on your part, and I don't think it's ethical.
But here's the thing. Mason and I, when we talk about these things, it's a little bit weird because we do well in life. So if someone doesn't do as well as we do, maybe they can't afford the $50.
But this falls into a different category. This category is I've got my mom. Think about this. I got my mom and dad's credit card. Okay, I don't pay it. The bill goes to them. I say, I'll pick up dinner, and I put mom and dad's credit card down. Then I say to you guys, and I'm never going to pay them back. I say to you guys, okay, each of you guys Venmo me $50.
I'd give you the $50.
But then you're profiting off your friends.
You don't see that's a scam. You're on the take.
But unless you say,
I'd happily do it if I was asked.
Taking you out to dinner, and it's your treat, I'll say, wow, thanks. But if you say, hey, let's go out to dinner, the four of us, I would expect to pay 1/4. Brian, where are you on this?
Yes, I'm on Mason's side to where this situation here is definitely a scam.
The scammery. That's what I don't like.
It's the issue of the person. If they're going to request from their friends, they should put their own card down, not their parents'
Correct.
card.
I would thought to ask where the credit card's
right,
coming
that's
from.
Or use the $150 or whatever and pay your parents back. But again, these people are not always doing that.
Yeah, not always. All right, coming up next for you. Anyway, the friendship's over. Sorry, ladies.
It probably should be.
Coming up, Carmelo thinks Ja Morant needs to put his big boy pants on. We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to talk about National University, born and built right here in Southern California. NU has more than 150 degree programs, credentials, and certificates. And here's the best part. They make it achievable on your schedule. 4 and 8-week online courses, a generous transfer credit policy, and millions handed out in scholarships last year. Plus, you're never on your own. They give you whole team support, professor, advisors, resources to keep you on track because they know you're not just one thing. They have a phrase over there that I've been starting to steal from them. They call their students Anders, their parents and employees and hobbyists, and they got a lot of stuff going on. NU is for people like you, whether you're chasing career goals, life goals, or both. National University can help you own your future. They're a proud sponsor of the 17-time champion Lakers and of ESPN LA. Any questions you have, you can get the answers at their website. Here it is, nu.edu. nu.edu. National University.
Catch Sedano and Cap every weekday morning on ESPN LA, where the entertainment stands tall, even if Sedano doesn't.
I'm walking up to Wemby, right? I get to Wemby to interview him. The camera guy, who's one of our old school, long-time ESPN camera guys.
Right.
I could see him talking to the director, and he says, can I just shoot them both? Can I just move back to shoot them both? Because I can't get George in the frame if I have to just shoot Victor's head. And I start cracking up. And I look at him and I just said, and I shrug my shoulders. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I hope he says yes because there's no, or whatever. I don't care.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Don't sit on the sidelines if you've been injured in an accident. Hey, it's Travis, and at Normand Legal, Joseph S. Normand and his team are ready to go full contact for your case. They'll rush the defense, tackle the insurance companies, and drive it all the way into the end zone to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the winning team now at 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Don't fumble your future. Your recovery is their priority. Call Joe now and score a touchdown with Normand Legal.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Looking to score big on flooring? Kick off your project with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Every day's a win, no gimmicks, no markups, just the wholesale deals on every surface. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them on the web, hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Don't just cheer for the Trojans, experience the game like one. Introducing USC Game Day Experiences on Airbnb, where you'll step onto the field at the LA Coliseum and feel 70,000 fans erupt. Your game day includes an exclusive tailgate, a behind-the-scenes tour, pregame field access for warm-ups, and field-level seats in the exclusive Audi Club for the game. USC Game Day Experiences, now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day.
The last Thanksgiving I was invited to, I brought my famous lima bean casserole. That was about 10 years ago. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get your Thanksgiving feast to go. Roast turkey, glazed ham, or prime rib, and the works. Order now.
Number 2.
Bret Michaels' only SoCal engagement, November 21st.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Lincoln Nautilus, November 30th.
Morongo, good times.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
I'm a babyface and John's a heel.
John's not a heel.
Exactly.
John's the heel.
Mr. 1%'s a heel.
He's a heel.
Well, I'm Mr. 1%, and I own it.
Back to Steve Mason and John Ireland.
All right, the inventor of the skinny margarita. Did she invent the skinny margarita, John? Bethany Frankel?
Yes, she did. She reaps the profit. It's her
What a
birthday
queen.
today, right?
Yeah, it's her birthday today.
Her and Mike Trudell have the same birthday.
There you go.
Who drinks more skinny margaritas, her or Mike Trudell?
Oh, good question. I would put my money on. Is Trudell a good drinker?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'll put my money.
And
on
he's
Trudell.
competitive.
Yeah.
So give
Do
me
we love
Trudell.
the skinny margarita?
It's true.
I
By
don't
the
know
way,
if he's ever had one, but he likes to compete.
I am in first place in the big boy fantasy basketball
Yeah,
league right
Trudell
now.
on this trip I was just on is laughing at that you are so proud of yourself.
I'm so proud of myself.
That he says that Mason doesn't understand. It's 2 weeks into a 6-month
I'm
season,
gonna
and
kick
he's
his-
going to finish near the bottom. But
No,
more
he
power
told me.
to him.
He told me I'm going to finish in the money.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Oh, is he just yanking my chain?
I think he's trying to make you feel better.
So last night, John, I'm looking at the Monday Night Football game, and there is Jerry Jones and Stephen A. sitting together.
Okay.
Stephen A. looked like he had a disgusted expression.
Well, he
on his
loves
face.
to make fun of the Cowboys. I'm surprised to see those two guys sit next to each
And
other.
Jerry also looked unhappy.
Well,
to be
Jerry should. He lost at home to
put
the
in this
Cardinals.
publicity stunt. So, but I took from that something important. Peace is a good thing. Peace is good. Like making amends, bringing
Well, there's definitely
people,
not enough of it.
bringing people together. And so I have decided that I should declare a détente with Steve Hartman.
All right. Here's the interesting thing about this particular feud.
Yes.
It's completely one-sided.
Of course it is.
Hartman,
He doesn't know what he did. It's like the Jay Moore feud. He doesn't know what he did, and he did it.
But the only person this is affecting is you.
Oh no, Steve Hartman he's so upset.
He's not upset at all.
I've heard
he doesn't even know you're mad at him.
I've heard through people that he is devastated by this whole thing.
Okay. Who are the people?
Mario Solis?
Yeah, not true.
Kyle Kraska?
Not true.
Jovan Buha?
Kyle Kraska and Jovan Buha do not know who Steve Hartman is.
No, they absolutely. Yeah. We all clustered together and
Kyle
talked
might,
about Steve
because
Hartman.
Hartman worked in San Diego, and so did Kyle.
Yeah. No, I am in favor of peace. A détente.
I applaud you.
A truce.
I think we need more of this.
Yes.
But this particular thing was a one-sided feud.
I'll tell you what.
It's like when we hear Petros
how
and
do you
Money
know-
are ripping us. I always say, that's a one-sided feud. We like them.
Oh, yeah, no, just keep promoting us is what I say.
Yeah, we have zero issues with either one of those guys.
Yeah, call me names, please, on the other station. I want that. No, have you talked to Steve Hartman specifically about this?
No.
Oh, then how do you know he doesn't know?
Because he has a huge, gigantic ego, and if there were a feud, he would bring it up.
Oh, no, I know for a fact he doesn't know.
Yeah. I agree. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know you're mad at him. You just said you know for a fact he doesn't know. I agree with that.
Does know. I know for a fact he does know.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
Laura M., do you
so
think he
wait,
knows?
would you be willing to have him on the show?
In the interest
Détente.
Détente.
Of peace.
Of peace. Yes.
Okay. I will mediate, and we'll do it on a day when Michael's here, because Michael's a big Steve
Oh,
Hartman
that's
fan.
right.
Michael claims that, and he put him on a lie detector, he would pass. He ranks the all-time greatest shows in Los Angeles, sports radio shows in Los Angeles. Number 2, Mason and Ireland. Number 1, Loose Cannons with Steve Hartman, Michael, and Vic the Brick. He thinks it's the greatest. He thinks that show that lasted a few years is better than ours, which has been on for 30 years. Remind me to have Michael defend his position tomorrow.
I absolutely will. Tomorrow is Mayhem, right?
Oh, well, Jacob's coming in.
Yep.
Pepe's coming in.
It's awesome.
Michael's coming in. And Wemby is coming into
That's
Staples
right.
Center or
All that
Crypto.com
stuff.
Arena,
All
and I
that
hope he
stuff.
plays.
All right, I wanted to play. Do we have time for one last thing, Em? Sure. All right, so, John, you were at this game where John Morant just,
mailed it in.
Quit.
Totally
Just quit.
disinterested. Yeah.
Here is Carmelo Anthony on exactly that, on Ja.
I think for me it's twofold. I mean, Ja has to man up. He's been through all of this before. This is something new. You're being tested again to see if you're going to fold or if you're going to stand the test of time. The coaches is testing you. The organization is testing you. The city, the fans is testing you. How are you going to bounce back? How are you going to move on from this? How are you going to own up, man up, look yourself in the mirrors, take ownership to your part, and still go out there and do what you got to do, because you're not traded yet. You're still going to be there. You're going to have a meeting amongst the powers that be and say, hey, we don't want to get rid of you. This is how it's going to go down. Then how are you going to go back out there and perform? So for me, I want Ja to just get through this, understand what he's dealing with, look himself in the mirror, take ownership on himself, and see where he can move sharper at. And once he start getting into that mindset, now the basketball will start to take precedent in his life. And right now, when I see that, man, I just see somebody who's fighting, he's battling emotionally, mentally, he's trying to figure it out, trying to see who have his back, who don't have his back. And he still feel like nobody have his back.
All right, so there's that, and I want to play one more clip. This is from
I'm sorry, he added that he wants Ja to put his big boy pants on.
I know. I was waiting for big boy pants, but he did tell him to put his big boy pants on. Now, here's Tim Bontemps and Tim McMahon.
I listened to this last night on the flight.
On the Hoops Collective, talking about Ja.
Bontemps, you say trade him. Here's the problem. Guys,
I didn't say trading him. I didn't say trading him was easy.
Yeah, I don't think there's much. Like, you guys talk to people, I talk to people. Do you find a lot of people that believe there's going to be some robust market if they do shop Ja Morant?
No, I don't think there is one. I mean, and I think for a couple of reasons. One is all the things we just talked about. The second is he's just not that much of a difference maker at the position.
So there's not a market for him.
I agree with that.
What does Memphis do?
They are trying something. This new coach they have, Tuomas Asalo from Finland, is trying something. He's trying to play 5-man groups in 3 to 4 minute bursts.
Right.
He wants some picture. It would be the equivalent of a major league manager pitching 9 different pitchers every game,
like a bullpen game.
Right, but in this case, marrying yourself to not. You are going 1 inning, Mace.
Crazy rotation.
I'm giving you the ball. So exhaust all of your energy and all of your skill into this 1 inning, because even if you strike out the side on 9 pitches, we're taking you out. And Morant hates that. He hates that he goes in for 3 minutes and then he comes out. But Asalo is using 11, 12 guys, and he said, we're trying to try something new here. We are going to press full court. We're going to go 100 miles an hour all the time for 48 minutes. And we're never going to ask somebody to play more than 3 or 4 minutes at a time. It's never been done before. Ja hates it. He's averaging 28 minutes a game. But if he continues to fight it,
right,
it's going to end badly for Ja, because Zach Kleiman, the GM, and Tuomas Asalo, the coach, are married to trying this.
Yes.
So if Ja continues to fight it, he's going to get suspended or left out, or it's going to end badly for him.
All the talent in the world, at least at this moment, no championship mentality.
It's that old line we always use, you and I. Hardest part of any job is doing what your boss wants when you want to do exactly the opposite.
Yes.
But that's the boat Ja's in
Do what
now.
the Finnish guy wants. That's what they're saying.
That's the boat he's in.
Yeah. All right, coming up next for you is Game of Games. It is my game today. It's timely. We'll do it next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your Lakers, your season, your home.
Tomorrow night, the Lakers return home to Crypto.com Arena for a midweek matchup versus the Spurs.
Stolen by Luka. Luka on a breakaway. Just has to beat Wiggins. He does. Lay it up and in.
Your LA Lakers host the San Antonio Spurs.
I told you time and time again that we won't stop.
Coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local LA Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on root metric true score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and we have got a very unique tiebreaker today. So pay close attention. I've got a list of names. You tell me if it's a player on the current Northwestern roster, USC's opponent this week, a player that is currently on the Niners roster, who the Rams play this week, or an Oscar winner. So the answers are Northwestern, Niners, or Oscar.
Okay.
Okay, everybody got it?
Yep.
All right, number one.
Is there potential for both, right, Brian?
No, yeah, they can't be both, Brian. No, cannot be both. Kasim is here to play, by the way. Kasim, great seeing you. Thanks for coming in. All right, number one, Melvin Douglas. Is that Northwestern, Niners, or Oscars? Kasim.
Oscars.
This is Oscars. Ireland.
Niners.
BC.
Northwestern.
M.
Northwestern.
Correct answer. He's an Oscar winner.
Hey,
two-time Oscar
Kasim
winner.
on the board.
For the movie HUD in 1964 and for the movie Being There in 1980. Number two, Jose Ferrer. Is that Northwestern, Niners, or Oscars, Ireland?
Oscars.
Says Oscars. Kasim. Niners. BC.
Northwestern.
M.
Niners.
I'm surprised. He's an Oscar winner. Yeah. One for Cyrano de Bergerac. I'm surprised, Em. I thought this game might tilt a little bit to
Cyrano
you.
de Bergerac.
Okay.
Have you seen Roxanne?
You're giving a little Pepe right here with the old people
Pretty
stuff.
but pretty famous actors. These are famous actors.
Sure,
All right.
super famous.
All right, Ireland won, Kasim won.
Number 3, Gig Young. Gig, G-I-G, Young. Is that Northwestern, Niners, or Oscars? Brian Cohen.
Northwestern.
Northwestern. M.
Just going with it.
Northwestern.
Northwestern. Ireland.
Northwestern.
Northwestern. Kasim.
Also going Northwestern.
Correct answer. He's another Oscar winner. Yeah. We
Whoa.
opened
There's
up
a
with
theme
3
here.
Oscar
Is he
winners.
a famous actor too, Mace?
He won in 1969 for They Shoot Horses, Don't They? Which is a hell of a good movie. All right.
That's the name of a movie?
They Shoot Horses, Don't They? It's a very good movie. Okay. Number 4, Griffin Wild. Griffin Wild. Is that Northwestern, Niners, or Oscars? M.
Oscars.
Says Oscars. Okay. Let's see. Ireland.
Northwestern.
Northwestern. Kasim.
Northwestern.
Northwestern. BC.
Niners.
He is Northwestern. Nice. He is their leading receiver, Griffin Wild.
Okay, so how many you got of these left?
Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left.
Okay, so Kasim and I are tied at 2 apiece. Brian and Emily are both alive for Lucky Loser.
Because I haven't heard that Shoot the Horses movie.
They don't. They shoot horses, don't they? You're a film fan, a fan of film history. I don't understand why you don't know that. Number 5, Renardo Green. Is that Northwestern, Niners, or Oscars? We're back to Ireland for a start.
Northwestern.
Northwestern. Kasim.
Niners.
Niners. BC.
Northwestern.
Northwestern. M.
I'm still alive for Lucky Loser, right?
Yes, you are.
Oscars.
Oscars. It is Niners.
Let's go. Okay, I'm so alive.
you?
I guess Northwestern.
Yeah.
No, somebody
Kasim,
said Niners.
Kasim had
Okay,
Niners.
So
yeah.
Kasim has the lead.
Yeah, and by the way, these are all like starters. These are not like backup down the depth chart. These are guys that are going to start these games. Number 6, Jordan Elliott. Jordan Elliott, Northwestern, Niners, or Oscars. Let's start with Kasim. We'll go with our leaders.
I'm going to go Northwestern.
Northwestern for Jordan Elliott. Ireland.
I agree with Kasim. Northwestern.
Northwestern. BC.
Oscar.
Oscar and M.
Oscar.
The correct answer. Everybody missed it. It's Niners. He's the starting defensive tackle for the Niners. Yeah, M, you're doing well there.
Wait, Brian, you got one?
I have not.
Yeah. So
2
they're
lucky
both alive.
losers. All right. Number 7, Colton McKivitz. Colton McKivitz, Northwestern, Niners, or Oscars. We'll start with Kasim again. He is our leader.
Sounds like a punter. I'm going to go Northwestern.
Northwestern, Ireland.
I think he's right. I'm going Northwestern.
Northwestern, BC.
Niners.
Niners, and M.
Oscars.
Oscars, and M, you're still the lucky loser.
Yes.
He's a Niner.
Oh,
Colton McKivitz starts on the offensive line.
All right, so Kasim 3, John 2, Brian 1, Emily still alive for lucky loser. How many are left?
2. Good luck, M.
Oh wow, Em, you're knocking on the door.
Number 8, Jack Olson. Jack Olson. Couldn't find a more generic name than that. Kasim, Jack Olson, Northwestern, Niners, or Oscars?
Oscar.
Oscar, Ireland.
Northwestern.
Northwestern. BC.
Niners.
Niners. M. Yeah, I know. It's tricky.
Niners.
He is the kicker for Northwestern.
Still alive.
Tied Kasim.
Let's go.
Tied Kasim, but M is still alive for going low.
Yes.
What do we have? One more?
One more.
Okay. So I got to go first, then Kasim. Emily gets to go last.
Yep. Preston Stone. Preston Stone. Northwestern, Niners, or Oscars. You guys are tied, right?
Yeah, but I have to go first because you went first last time.
Ireland.
Oscars.
Oscars. Kasim.
Northwestern.
Northwestern. BC.
Niners.
Niners. M.
Niners.
Correct answer. He's the starting quarterback for Northwestern.
Let's go.
Kasim wins.
Kasim wins.
And M has
But
0, right?
M has 0.
You're right. She goes to the tiebreaker against him.
Yes.
All
Brian
right,
and I are out.
team.
Okay, this
Okay.
is a very unique tiebreaker. We're going to try it out.
Okay.
You got a pen? You got something to write with?
Yes, sir.
Here, you want to use your pen?
Okay.
Yeah.
Write down all the names you can remember from that game.
Okay. Do they gotta get first and last?
First and last name. Give me how many names can you remember
Can
from
I make a
that
prediction?
list? Yes.
0 for both of them.
0 for both?
Let's see if any of
What-
them. Emily's
can you-
writing.
Can you remember any of the names?
First and last?
Yeah, first and last. Any of the names.
Oh.
New tiebreaker I'm trying. Em has got her
Yeah,
head in her
she's got her
hands.
head down.
I think I lost.
You did nothing? Nothing, Kasim?
I can't think of one.
Em,
Can you?
Okay.
I can only think of one.
Here's one.
All right, no, wait a minute.
Wait.
Okay, well then
It's
good
whoever
time.
writes down the most.
Okay,
Kasim, you
10
got none.
seconds left. 1,
Oh,
2,
I actually forgot. Yo.
3,
All right.
4, 5, 6, 7,
6,
8,
7.
9, 10.
6, 7.
All right.
All right.
Em, how many? What name do you think?
Preston Smith. Is that a person?
No.
I am sorry that
Wait,
is not.
right. All right,
Kasim?
I wrote Preston, right?
Yeah.
Greg Olson.
Nope, that's
No,
not a
it's
person.
Jack Olson.
Tight end.
All right. Do we
All
just
right.
call it even then?
Do you have a backup, or do we have to split the winnings there? Give me each a point.
Yeah, you each get a point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Kasim.
That was a tough tiebreaker. I thought I'd try it.
Yeah, it didn't
That
really
was
Would you
work.
have remembered any?
Zero.
If you had
I
done
would have got
just
Jack Olson.
Jack Olson,
If
yeah.
you had just
Jack
done
Olson.
It was
first
Jack
names,
Olson. I knew it was an Olson.
if you just done first names, I think I could have gotten more. I had
Yeah,
like
there was
first
a
names.
Preston,
Preston. There was a
Colton.
Jack. Who was the guy named McKibbitz?
Something
Colton
Stone.
McKibbitz.
Oh, like
By the way, I chose
Gig.
the most generic names in the world that could. Jordan Elliott, Jack Olson, Preston Stone, Griffin Wild. They were all like really, really obvious basic names.
And then the weirdest name for an Oscar-winning ever. The Shoot the Horses movie.
They shoot horses,
You know, that's a
don't
famous
they?
movie.
That is a
I've
famous
never
movie.
heard of it in my entire life. What happens in this movie? What is it about? What's the plot?
It's Jane Fonda. They shoot horses, don't they? It's Jane Fonda, and
The guy that won?
it's directed by Sidney Pollack. Psychological tragedy film. It's very famous.
From
You
the
should check it out.
70s?
Yeah,
Or
from
the 60s?
From 1970.
Okay. Well, 70s are a great movie.
Mace, Radio Michael fan wants to know
Yep.
if you really are a proponent of peace and you have agreed to make peace with Steve Hartman, will you also agree to make peace with Bill Shaken, Alfonso Ribeiro, or R.J. Bell? R.J., no way. That's never
RJ,
getting
no,
cleared up.
never. He stuck me with an enormous check. That was just bad form.
I think the Bill Shaken thing is forgivable, but I
yeah,
know why
I
you're
would
mad
make.
at
I
him.
would make peace with Bill. I would
what
make
about
peace
Alfonso
with Hartman.
Ribeiro?
I will never make peace with Alfonso. I will.
So you're
I will
you're
die
pro,
on that hill.
You're pro peace to a point.
Oh, he was such a. Starts with a P. All right.
Hey, Kasim, your Seahawks look really good.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about them. I think we have the Cardinals this weekend, and then we have Rams the following week.
Are you going to go SoFi Stadium?
I'll probably be working that game.
All right. So you're working
should
the
be
game.
fun.
Good. So
Yeah,
you'll be there. All right. We'll
Fun.
kick your ass. Thank you very much, Kasim. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Fun game.
And points for M and Kasim. Coming up next for you, Super Crosstalk, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Lake Show lives here.
Three-pointer by Reeves. It's good! Austin Reeves with a dagger!
You know, we added some pieces that we really needed, and we have really high hopes.
On 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidda Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidda helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Number one claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
Veteran founded and veteran focused, National University is a proud yellow ribbon school and a top educator of the U.S. military. They accept the post 9/11 GI Bill and offer dedicated support to help you balance work, family, and school. With flexible online and hybrid programs, monthly class starts, and over 150 degrees, credentials, and certificates, you can even earn credit for prior experience. Advance your career today. Visit nu.edu.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Your Lakers, your season, your home.
Tomorrow night, the Lakers return home to Crypto.com Arena for a midweek matchup versus the Spurs.
Stolen by Luka. Luka on a breakaway. Just has to beat Wiggins. He does. Lay it up and in.
Your LA Lakers host the San Antonio Spurs.
I told you time and time again that we won't stop.
Coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
By the way, Super Crosstalk, my friend Ben Fleet's always driving his daughter, Julia, home at this time.
Hi, Ben. Hi, Julia.
So Julia listens to the show,
Hi,
and when
Julia.
I saw her in person, she said, "Why do you make such a big deal of crosstalk? It's really just the same thing as the rest of the show." I'm like, yeah, I guess
From
it
the
is.
mouths of babes.
Exactly.
Right?
It's telling
Yeah.
the truth. So next Friday we're doing a show. I just found out about this. I get to go to Legends Attic.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we've been out there, I don't know now, maybe 10 times.
And Oral's going to be there?
Oral's going to be there. I don't know if we're giving away the special guest at this point or not.
Are we giving away a special guest?
I don't know. So we'll
there
hold
is
it.
a
But there
special
is a
guest.
very special guest
Really
that
special.
is scheduled to be there. So you're going to love it. I can't wait for you to see it.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. John, would you like to place a wager on a three-peat right now?
No. I feel like I got lucky. Well, the Dodgers got lucky several times over the weekend. But I felt, Trav, especially late in the game, that it just wasn't happening. That I looked at who was coming up, and if you would have said to me, Miguel Rojas is going to homer to tie it, I would have said, okay, now you've gone round the bend.
Yeah.
And like so many things happen. Here's one thing that nobody's talking about. Who's the guy with the hyphenated last name that plays for Toronto?
Kiner Falefa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isaiah.
Okay.
IKF.
So, and this is how all this stuff kind of ties together. Game 6 ends when Addison Barger is too aggressive, taking that lead off of second base, and Kike doubles him up.
Yep.
That was in the head of all of the Toronto runners. So the guy that was on third, what's his name again?
Isaiah Kiner Falefa.
Okay. Did not take a lead, even
was
though
this far from the
right,
bag.
Yeah,
because he was so worried about getting doubled off at the World Series line. If he takes Trav even a half step lead more, and he probably should have taken 3 steps more, he's safe at the plate.
Probably.
Well, no, 100% safe.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
But if we're doing ifs, if Miggy doesn't double pump it, if he catches it clean.
But assuming the inning plays out, just all he had to do was take more. And that's why when, like, that made sure that piece of sound yesterday where that guy from Toronto said, I'm sorry.
The better team.
The better team.
Yeah.
Well, the better team doesn't get doubled off to end both Game 6 and Game 7.
Well, I would say the Dodgers are the better team, but they were outplayed. And still won.
I think the Dodgers are the better team. They're the champs, which is really the only thing that matters.
And what do I always say in sports? If you're going to beat the champ, you
gotta
have to knock him out.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons that Toronto feels like they were close, and not that they weren't close, they clearly were incredibly close, but they were playing at near full capacity. Like, that's almost the best version of the Toronto Blue Jays that you're going to get.
Right.
The Dodgers were at about, 60% capacity?
Right.
And because they weren't hitting at all.
Trav, they hit 202 for the whole
That's
series.
what I'm saying. Like, so the Dodgers were kind of like, look, we're not throwing our best. But not that they weren't trying, but they weren't hitting.
Yep.
Their bullpen was just starting pitchers on no rest. And they were still able to do it. So this idea that the better team didn't win, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
So let me. That's what I brought up with you earlier.
Yeah.
Since Travis for people that don't know, Travis was a pitcher in college at Santa Barbara and pitched the whole time he was probably till you were about what?
He was
20,
an ace.
22,
Ace at Santa Barbara,
22.
right?
I was on the team.
On the team.
Well, that's more than us.
Yeah.
Sure.
So explain to me how Yamamoto did it. I know other people have done it, like Randy Johnson did it once, but this wasn't. Randy Johnson and Bumgarner came in to pitch 1 inning. This dude threw a complete game in Game 2, threw 90 pitches in Game 6, and then comes back and pitches
The next
3
day.
innings in Game 7. Is it that funky javelin workout? Does the dude have a rubber arm? He's not taller than me.
No, he's not a big dude. I think his pliability, his flexibility, the javelin. I know everybody's seen the videos of him doing all his yoga and all that kind of stuff. I think that there's a physical component to be sure, which he has probably cracked the code. And I think you're going to see a lot of guys in spring training throwing javelins and doing yoga. I think you're going to see a lot of that. It's between the ears, quite frankly. It's one of those. I can do it. I can go out there and usually.
By the way, had never pitched consecutive days in America or in Japan.
No, nobody does. You know, a relief pitcher might pitch 2 days in a row, but it's like, usually if they're going to back-to-back them, the first day is like 20 pitches or fewer.
Yep.
And then you're hoping you get something similar. Not 90, I think 93 or whatever it is.
Crazy.
But I do think it's much more of a mental hurdle than it is a physical one, because when you start to warm up again after you throw a lot, like when I was pitching and I was a starting pitcher like for my sophomore and junior year, and if you had a good day and you pitched into the 7th, 8th, or 9th inning, you'd throw 130 pitches.
Right.
Like, that's just kind of the way we did it back in the 90s. And then the next day, your arm, quite honestly, would be numb. Like, it would be numb.
So why doesn't that happen to him?
I don't know. And
it's amazing.
Now, when you do go out there and you start to play catch a little bit, it does start to come back, and it's sore. It's like after you work out real hard, your muscles are sore, but you can go lift. You're not going to lift as hard as you did the day before, but usually you can get there. It's just not at that high level again.
Right.
And his was. It defies explanation.
Now, are you having what I'm having? You walked in here, and it's like, oh, there's no game tonight.
Yeah.
It's like, I got like, it reminds me after the Rams Super Bowl, and I was like,
There's like a championship hangover, because I think what it is it's not just that we've been watching these games for 7 months.
Yep.
The last, what did they play? 17 games, 17 playoff games, 13-4. 13 games, you were just relieved that they won. Like, there's almost no, it's just like, oh, thank goodness. And for 17 of these games, they're the highest stakes imaginable. The stress, so when they're gone, there's like an emotional hangover. There's some sort of hangover factor that's involved that I can't really explain, but it's real.
Yeah,
I
totally
mean,
real.
I texted a buddy of mine yesterday. I'm like, I'm kind of bummed out. There's not a baseball game to watch.
Last night, the Lakers were on, which was good.
Yeah.
But I was like, I could use a baseball game.
Yeah.
Could use a baseball game.
Yeah, and we're definitely having withdrawals. Hey, DeMarco just walked in. Did you ever get traded in your career?
No, never.
Okay, so
never.
today's the trade deadline. What's that like for a guy?
I wanted Sauce Gardner so bad.
Well, I told Mace earlier, I thought that's who they would go
2
after.
first-rounders,
I don't want to give up those picks.
Yeah, I wouldn't give up 2
He's
first-rounders.
so good. He's
and
an eraser.
that's a position in need for the Rams.
If you pair him with this front, I heard you guys talking about Byron Young in the sack.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. Did you see what Chase Young did when he sacked Stafford early in the game?
Yes.
Where he barely touched him?
Yep.
So this is what I told Byron Young. You got to know your officials. You can't let them take sacks from you. The only thing you can do in that situation is hit him too hard.
So what could he have done different?
Just wrap him up, slow down, do everything
just
in your
don't
power
hit him.
not to drill him. Yeah, and don't give up the sack. This is football. This is today's game.
Yeah, that would have been his 10th sack, I think.
Did you see how fast that dude pulled that flag out? He was waiting on it.
He was like all over it.
Yeah, I don't understand it. We talk about it all the time. If I was an official, and all the really good officials that I respect, don't blow their whistle or don't throw a flag unless they absolutely have to.
Yeah.
If I'm holding you and I'm getting a competitive advantage, they'll throw the flag. But if it's questionable, Good officials will not do anything.
I told Travis this. I just learned this. Now, this is unwritten, like the unwritten rules of baseball. If you get kind of hosed on a call and the head coach is going at the official and the guy knows we screwed up, the way to say I'm sorry is there will be no holding calls for this drive.
Yeah.
There'll be no holding calls.
Well, like basically what they do every year in the Super Bowl.
Go ahead, and they went right back down the field. That's how you make it up.
Right. And, different players, like especially in the NBA where I work, I used to say Shaq either gets fouled or commits a foul on every play. If you're the guy who's going to blow the whistle on every single one of those, we're going to be here for 4 hours.
Forever, yeah.
You have to manage the game. Different players are different. By the way, Mason, did you watch Get Up this morning?
Yes.
All right, so I'll leave you with this. Greenberg told a great story this morning I'd never heard before. So Bill Parcells was the head coach of the Giants, and Bill Belichick was his defensive coordinator. And the defense has a meeting at 9 a.m. on a weekday, and Lawrence Taylor is late. And so he gets there like 9:15. And the meeting ends, and Belichick goes to Parcells. He goes, hey, I just feel as the head coach you should know, and I'll let you decide if you want to do anything. But LT was 15 minutes late for the defensive meeting today. And Parcells looks at Belichick and goes, well, why the hell just start the meeting without him? Different players require different standards.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got it like, again, Shaq on every play.
Sure.
Either got fouled or commits a foul. It happens now with Jokic. It happens now, everybody complains about SGA getting all those free throws. He should probably get more. You can't guard him. He's too good.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why I'm so proud of the Lakers last night.
Yeah.
They didn't have any of their superstars. They weren't getting calls, and they just said, we don't care. Throw everything you got at us. We're just going to keep coming.
Yep.
And keep attacking, and it worked.
Yeah. DeAndre Ayton was fantastic. Nick Smith Jr.,
saved the day.
Crazy.
20?
Hachimura was great.
They have 6 guys that have scored 25 points already this year?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's 7, and it's
7.
never happened before.
Yeah.
Laravia has done it.
Okay.
All these guys. And Nick Smith came out of nowhere.
He's a two-way guy.
Yeah, two-way guy.
Played for Charlotte. He played 111 games for Charlotte over the past 2 seasons. And so you guys know, to be a two-way guy, you have to be in your 3rd year in the league or less. So he's literally in his 3rd year. They gave him a two-way contract. Went, this is kind of a good deal for a two-way guy.
Yeah.
And now you got to get him minutes.
Well, and the other guy you got to give